Woo, Wednesday. Woo, Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Uncle DB, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Dang it. So distracted. So distracted. We don't have our game face on today, chat. Alright, we're good now. We're good. We got a game face on. Uncle DB, how you doing? Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. We're going to be playing some Magic today. Going to be running that Red Prison, Pyro Prison, Karn Prison here. Doing the best things in Modern. Trying to decide if there's anything I want to change. Maybe I'll let you guys decide. Let's put the deck list up. Bam. Scoot this on over as well. Organize, organize. We're all organized here, chat. Alright, there we go. Woo! There's the list. Bam. Captain Asia, how you doing? Welcome to Wednesday. Wednesday. What was that card you were looking for last night in paper? Craterhoof Behemoth in Avacyn Restored of Pack Foil. Would offer trades. The master himself, Brian, how you doing? Alright, what are we doing tonight? We're playing this. I think we're pretty close to just taking this all the way. I see an extra Hazard in here. And Hazard over here. One less Karn. Kind of tempted to bump this back up to a fourth Karn. Karn just pretty good. Karn just pretty good. What did this list do? I shaved a bridge. We didn't totally regret that. This is kind of our experimental list. We have 4 Eidolons in the sideboard. We have 5 sweepers, 3 sideboard, 2 main. We have a couple Karn targets. We have 1 less Karn. We have a Hazard main instead. I have the Hazard now in the sideboard. This used to be like a Legion War Boss to go lower, but I kind of like the idea of an extra Hazard here. I don't think there's anything else I want to change. I think we just run this and see if we can't do well. You have a foil one and a non-foil? Is it in a reasonably good condition? Because I can trade for it. Maybe we'll talk trades like halfway through the stream. But right now we're going to play some Magic. Not here to talk about trades. No siree. By the way, if you missed last night, spoilers. That's all you're getting. Alright. We're 1 less bridge in this build, 1 extra removal spell, thinking that 5 is not a bad idea. Blood Moons are normal, Rabble Master effects are normal. We do have the Hazard, 1 less Karn here as well. We're keeping to the 6 4-drops. You can see where this takes us. I can't quite go down on colorless because of the extra Eidolons here in the sideboard. Double red is very frequent in this list. You can just put it up on Discord if you want. Just put it in like off topic and tag me, or in the prison list and just tag me, or suggestions and tag me. You can put it a lot of places. Alright, we have a turn 2 Rabble Master. Technically turn 1, now that I see the ritual. I guess we'll keep this against an unknown opponent. Windswept Heath is not terribly frightening for our Rabble Master plans, nor is Basic Forest. Noble is a little bit interesting, though. Alright, I think here, because it's a creature-based deck, we're going to go ahead and Blood Moon. Take my opponent off of the colors, and then we have double Abrade behind this, and this will hopefully be the distance. Yeah, Uncle DB, we can use Discord. Discord's a completely fine medium in which to exchange conversations. What? I don't know if I have anything to offer you, but perhaps we can find something. Alright, we're gonna just kill this right now. I don't need a Noble Hierarch sticking around here. We're gonna find out if this is Infect right here, right now. Would you like to save this little Noble Hierarch opponent? Is it worth that vines and that mutagenic growth? Is it worth all of that? Because they cannot and will not keep this noble around. Texas barbecue works great. I don't know if I can ship that. It might be really disgusting when it gets to you. Passing the turn to my opponent. Misty Rainforests. Let's go ahead and jam a Chalice on 1 here. Unlikely to get countered. Pass turn. What are you on, opponent? Speak to us. Alright. This is a clear indication that they're on Infect. I say clear. It's not that clear. But Chalice on 1 and a Concede right after. Plus Breeding Pool and Misty and Basic Forest. It's probably Infect. So we're going to treat it as such. Angers are going to come in. Bridges are going to come in. Karns can actually go out in this matchup. These 4 is about all I want. Eidolons are pretty good too. It's just blockers and hurts my opponent. I don't feel like this Hazard's a good idea. I think Goblin Rabblemaster's Krankos, those are all fine. We're going to ritual out things. I think these 4 are the first things Angers and a bridge in. Eidolons are probably just... they're just too much. So let's just submit back. I played a similar list to this last night and got destroyed by many blue decks. By many blue decks. Grixis, blue-white, or other. Blue-white is a struggle. Grixis shouldn't be too bad because they're 3 colors. And you can hopefully get that Blood Moon shenanigans going. Alright. I really don't like this hand, but we'll keep. I'm going to keep it more because I can kind of ritual out this bridge and try to get that down before my opponent has too much of a board here. Noble Hierarch's a bit of an annoyance. Let's go ahead and ritual this out. Noble Hierarch can get under the bridge. We'll see if it matters. There's the Windswept Teeth. The fact that we only have 3 bridges, I kind of liked having this extra bridge here. Ooh. We have misplaced my opponent here. They are in Green Devotion. They're in Green Devotion, and we struggle against this deck. The blue-eyed list you'll have trouble with. Blue Moon you'll also have a little bit of trouble with. Jeskai you should win. I take back everything I just said. They are Infect. And now their Infect creatures are too big. I think I just want to play the Simian Spirit Guide so that things can't attack us, and yeah, this has to attack, so kind of wanting these Torp Orbs now. Thinking about it a little bit more. Our sideboard plan was a little bit loose here. A little bit loose. Alright, we lose our token to this. Not concerned yet. Get an Anger and I completely fired it off. Okay, we're making tokens. We're making tokens. Pendle Havens. This is an interesting include here. Let's go ahead and Chalice on 1 here. Chalice on 1 is probably relatively strong. It'll prevent them from plussing their stuff too easily. They might fire off like a Vines or something else. There's a Spell Pierce. We'll pay for that. And here, let's name. What would be a good name? Flag Bearer? It's kind of interesting. Ninja. Ninja. Let's name Ninja. Yes. Ninja. Gonna ninja out this win. Wah! So I have no way to get my Torp Orb. Oh. Alright, chat. What do you want? Your turn. First one I see, I'll name it. First one I see. First one I see. What do you want named? There's lots of options. We could do unicorn, wall, turtle, troll, rat. All right, rat it is. I saw rat first. Cat. Cat would be a good one too. We did rat. Rat was what I saw first. Sand warrior. My opponent's gonna go up here with his Nissa. Wolf. I can't use my Cavern of Souls, chat. All right, let's go super wide on my opponent. We can go super wide and keep this Nissa from drawing a million cards. We kill a bunch of plants too. Let's throw Chalice on 2 now. And if they have another Spell Pierce, we get them. We get them, chat. Donut. Yes. Donut. Can you counter my donut, opponent? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wild Defiance. Well, I'm not targeting any of their creatures, so that's fine. They can target themselves. This does do weird things here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They block 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Cool. All right. So we do get through with a little bit here. And I want to do this just to make sure Nissa's not going to draw anything peculiar. They can save a few things here, but let's make sure Nissa's in check. We actually like this card. I got a couple foils in my Green Devotion list of this little card here. Spicy Brew. Pendelhaven has no targets unless they would like to target a goblin here. Look at that. Little tickle there. We do clear out a lot of these, which is maybe a good thing. Boom. Alright, player land pass turn. Keeping Nissa in check, chat. Just making sure. Teaching Nissa a lesson. They kept going up, and that kind of scared me. I feel like they want to draw with this. I can send these in again and lose another 3, but I get to get in for 4 damage on Nissa now. We generate 2 a turn. Let's do this again. Oh, Nissa. Nissa. Let's attack Nissa. Get out of here, Nissa. Dryad Arbor. That's fair. Pendelhaven's the Dryad Arbor. There you go. Opponent has found the line. Opponent has found the line. Blocking like crazy. We're gonna kill 1 plant here. We're gonna lose 4 this time. I might just hold Simian Spirit Guide so I can attack with 2 everything next time. Ooh. Spicy. Alright. Actually holding this is probably a bad idea. Yeah. Feels like a bad idea. It's waiting to ruin us. We hit Nissa a few times. We can now make a few tokens here and do it again. We can make a few tokens and do it again. These could attack. Oh my gosh. Let's go attacking again, because I plan to board wipe here. But maybe they'll block a few times, and we'll force them to do something about this. Pendelhaven. Blocks 4. We'll see what they want to save here. Nissa will go up quite a bit here, but I kind of like the idea of potentially clearing the board here. And they're using this on this, so now it's a 3/4, so they can save 2 things. So we'll see what they save. I guess they can save 1 more because of Noble Hierarch here. Alright, opponent, what would you like to save? Do you have any more spells? Spells are necessary to save your little creatures. They will die. Obviously, we'll lose all of our creatures, so if they save 2 things and then somehow get around bridge, we're in a little bit of trouble. But if they can't, depending on what these spells are that are left over in this grip, we might clear the board here. And then if they do happen to get rid of Ensnaring Bridge, I feel pretty safe. I actually feel pretty safe in terms of just avoiding creatures attacking, per se. The other thing that could happen here, which is a bit interesting, is that these plant tokens with Nissa could get around our bridge. So, we'll see if we've made the right or wrong decision. They target Noble Hierarch for that extra damage later. That exalted trigger. This plant can get through. Alright, we'll get a Blood Moon down past turn. It'll shut off blue. Okay. A lot of plants here. They don't have too many spells, though. They might hit us for a couple points here, though. Alright, and we have our blocker back. We have a lot of these goblin little creatures, so I feel confident we'll find ways to remove these as necessary. Nissa's safe. They could draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have another Nissa, this would be worth cashing in here. Draw 6 is pretty good. Bradwan, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime. Thank you. Your support is recognized. You get these sweet emotes to use all over Twitch. Don't forget they're there. They're pretty sweet. Slowest Infect game ever? Nah. No problem. No problem. You were doing that Esper stuff. How'd that go? How'd them Esper things go? This is our right to do. Let's keep making dudes. Keeping up with the plants. Draws some cards. Maybe they find the bridge. The bridge killer. This is actually... I never expected the game to go this long. This would be a perfect game to have Karn in right now. Punted just a little too much. It's alright, my friend. It's alright. Spellskite countered. I remember that trigger. Triggered. Trigger. When you're playing in paper, you're just like, that card over there. Countered. Pendelhaven, legendary. Legends itself out. They could go plant attacking here. They do not. Just cash this in, pass turn. I kind of want to keep up with the plant tokens here right now. I don't see a reason to try to attack around these. Not when they have a full grip here. I need to be able to block these. I wonder what my opponent's out is at this point. We obviously just need to draw like a Chandra or something. Chandra, I guess, an extra Rabble Master, and then we'll just outpace my token friend over there, and then we'll try to get rid of Nissa. Maybe that's dangerous though. They just don't. They just attack with like some plants after. Let's put this on 3. I don't need another bridge if I stop everything, so 3 it is. We'll look for. We will be looking for... See, I don't think this is right for my opponent. I think they should have tried to beat us. I was going to say, we were going to look for Chandra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like they just attack in with a full grip when they have Nissa at 7. and then they just hit a bunch of these to clear our board, and then the following turn they attack, and then whichever one we don't block, they just Wild Defiance it up. They would need 7 spells. I guess that could be difficult. Maybe it's a pipe dream. All right, starting 1-0 here with the Pyro Prison list. Fighting Infect. Infect is not a hard matchup for us. It really shouldn't be a problem most of the time. All right, we're 1-0. Our opponent is 3-0. Let's see if we can ruin their 5-0 dreams. We're going to mulligan this. 1 land. No Simian Spirit Guide. Opponent mulliganed as well. This one's a little more tempting if I hit 2 running lands and my opponent kept. I do have the Scry and 2 draws at it. Let's go ahead and keep and go a little risky here. Just a bit risky. Hey, and it's actually not too more risky because we get an extra Scry. One of the few times I'll give that card the thumbs up. Alright. Chalice on 1 might be needed. We'll see. Let's go ahead and Scry again, looking for a land. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. What do we think my opponent's on? Let's put this on top of our library. If they are burn, Desperate Ritualing that out, or the Chalice is fine here. And that would keep them off of multicolored spells. It's a bit of a risky keep. Seeing a dual land here, though, the Blood Moon's a little more tempting to draw. And I think if my opponent whiffs on the land here, which I can't imagine they would, but maybe they do, then I might just Blood Moon in case they're Just Guy and cut them off blue. They didn't play a 1-drop anyway, so they're maybe not burn. Sacred Foundry kind of indicates Just Guy with no follow-up, because burn tends to have the fetches or basic mountains. Statistically, it feels a little closer to Just Guy based on the turn 1. Oh, we're feeling good, chat. It's not Just Guy, but it's definitely something that's gonna hate us. You got something to kill Blood Moon? All right. All right. Let's go ahead and put a Chalice on 1. Avoid them bolts. And then we will Warboss Krenko. I don't have a clear understanding of what my opponent's doing, although it might be 4-color Death Shadow. That kind of gave it away. Alright, let's play the Kingpin. Let's show our opponent the jank. The jankiest goblin out there. Krenko's got a wall of text opponent. Do not worry. Do not worry. This is another map. Wow. Blood Moon was a sick draw. Let's make some goblins, chat. Goblins. I don't see my opponent coming back here, but they could anger us. Uh-oh. We found the basic forest. I don't think I want to show them Karn. I don't think I want to show them Bridge here. I want to give them the least amount of information. So, let's just F6 here. I think my Blood Moon's safe. Maybe it's risky not to play a second Blood Moon, but I don't think I need to give them any more information. No more information, Mr. 3-0. Alright, 5-color Death Shadow. Black. White, blue. Red. Green. 5-color Death Shadow. Alright, we're going to bring Eidolons in. We're going to bring Bridge. We're going to bring Anger. Hazoret are all the things I want. We're going to take out Karn here. I like everything else. Oh boy. Walking Bliss is a little small. I already have a Hazoret. Maybe it's greedy to have a second Hazoret here. Let's start with these 4. Can I find 4 more for the Eidolons? Maybe I don't want to do Eidolons. Oh heck yes, I want to do Eidolons. What are we talking about? There could be an argument made that Anger actually won't be as good. Let's take Angers out and put Eidolons in, and let's go this route. I'm expecting Wild Nacatls, I'm expecting Tarmogoyfs and Death Shadows. Angers don't quite kill all of those. They might play some Grim Lavamancers and other things, but we're going to slide ourselves more aggro this game and see if that won't do it for us. Keeping in mind that obviously Eidolon and Bridge isn't going to work out very well for us, but I think we're basically hedging our bet here that we're going to hit one of these 7 and do something. Slagstorm's going to remain instead of bringing Walking Blister or Hazard in as damage to face or clearing off a few of the initial creatures if we happen to hit the one of. If we hit the one of. The Singleton. The golden rule. The silver bullet. Do you like mono red Karn last deck better than red green version you played before? I have a soft spot for Green Devotion, so that's kind of a dangerous question to ask. If your main goal is to play a relatively complex deck, but try to be doing Karn the fastest in the format, then your Green Devotion list is better. And it's better than Tron to power it out if you get the hand. Caveat, caveat, caveat. All right. We're going to keep this. I think I'm just going to get rid of a ritual, possibly. I have a lot of good stuff here at 2. We're gonna be on 2 for a turn or 2. This might be Thoughtseize, which would be okay with me. They will take Chalice. I'll play Eidolon. We'll pass turn. I'll play Rabblemaster if I happen to top deck it. I'll play Moon definitely. I'll play Chalice, then I'll play Rabblemaster, then I'll play Eidolon. I can't imagine my opponent's happy to see this hand. Now, to answer the other half of that question, I personally like mono red because I think it's one of the most powerful decks. I have a soft spot for Chandra. It's an interesting take here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play the Chalice on 1. I don't want to get Thoughtseized again. I'm expecting something like a Tarmogoyf. I think Blood Moon's extremely powerful. Case in point, our deck across from us. Oh my gosh, what is this? Multicolored spells. Multicolored spells, huh, opponents? Alright, we're going to jam out Spirit Guide. Only because I drew the 4th land. We can hold this 4th land for a little while. It's not the best 4th land, but it is a 4th land. Blood Moon off the top probably just ends this game. Well, not really. They have the ability to do something like an Assassin's Trophy. Man, my opponent has no basics. This is the Niv to Light deck? I am not familiar. Domri. Making some creatures, +1/+0. Making some stuff. All that good things. Let's attack Domri here. I don't want to put them at below 13. That just spells like Assassin's Trophy play, big dude. Niv Bring to Light went 5-0. Dude, if you're playing Bring to Light and not... I don't know. Well, we're about to find out. Okay. When it enters, reveal the top 10 cards. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. And put the chosen cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. Alright. Holy Toledo. Alright, what are we looking at here? K-Command's really annoying. That is a color pair unless they pick Niv-Mizzet. So we'll make the assumption multicolored, right? Do they have to reveal? For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Reveals all of this. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors. So what went into his hand? Windswept Heath didn't. Coalition Relic's not color paired. Hallowed Fountain didn't. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors. He could only take one Helix. He can only take one Glittering Wish. Birds of Paradise isn't multicolored, so this is what he got in his hand? I guess I'm supposed to bridge here. I'm not going to leave a braid up. Because we're not going to have a braid. I'm thinking this is what he has, but then he can just K command this and start smacking me for like a million here. Alright, opponent adds mana again. They're going to do this again. This is a K command. 2 damage, kill this, swing for 7. Can't take Niv-Mizzet either because it's not color pair. That's fair. Let's throw these 3. I'm cool with that. Color pair. Probably not. The wording on this card really confuses me. So this is K command, killing bridge. So there's a Domri in this deck. Red-green. Alright, we discard. There's the K command. Kind of like playing against this right now. There's a Coalition Relic, but they didn't take that. It's just 2 color pairs. Alright, let's put this on 2. We'll plan to block and maybe we can top deck a bridge. Coalition Relic does its thing. I do plan to block here. Chalice does feel pretty useless and something I can definitely take out now that we kind of understand what's going on here. What the heck are you looking at? This is Niv-Mizzet, Reborn. Oh, this is flying. I can't block that. I should have attacked. I'm a silly goose. Alright, the Kill Simian Spirit Guide. We top deck a mountain here. So the chalices are like kind of nice for these 2 drops and 1 drop Thought Seizes. That's about it. Alright, now we know kind of what we're playing against. Karn is probably better here. So we'll bring the 3 Karns back in. Slagstorm's out. Is it just like some Eidolons here? The bridges are still pretty good. I gotta toss one to the sideboard for Karns. That brings in what, a Hazard or an Eidolon? Torp Orb? What's Torp Orb hitting? Was Niv-Mizzet Judge? Can I see a Oracle text on Niv-Mizzet Reborn, please? Of course you can. Niv-Mizzet reads. Enters the battlefield. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. No problem. Is there anything else I can help you with? Yeah. Can you give me turn 1 Blood Moon? No, I can't. Requesting to stack deck. That's an infraction. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Your punishment? 1 game loss. But I just got my 1 game loss. 2 game loss. Okay. I'm going to leave the 1 Torp Orb in the sideboard, do the Karn. I'm going to take 1 Eidolon out, bring in a Walking Ballista to tag the Walkers. This extra Eidolon just now seems awkward, so we're going to take it out and bring in a Hazard to attack from behind the board. Tormod Script's pretty nice here from the sideboard as well from Karn, because it looks like they have things like K Command to get rid of my bridge, not necessarily Just kidding. This is not a welding jar. Just ignore what I was just saying. About halfway through talking, I realized that this is a graveyard card. Yeah. Alright, we're going to do a turn 1 on them and hope. Is that a good idea? Man, that's really all in. They have like Helix. Turn 1 all in on them. I mean, if they have like Thoughtseize here, they're not doing anything. They have Birds of Paradise. I saw 4 Helixes in my head. Is this worth it? Because we could find Blood Moon. We could find a lot of things. If we're not doing something on turn 1, they're gonna probably Thoughtseize us. Let's keep this insanely fast hand. And we're probably getting a minimum of 2 tokens out of this. Token on turn 1, token on turn 2. I guess the Chalice could have been pulled out for something. Alright, I don't expect a bolt here. I really don't. I would be completely floored if they bolt here. It's not a multicolored card. There's a Bird of Paradise. We're going to hold the Simian Spirit Guide. Again, I expect a bolt, and I have a feeling they're going to be trying to kill this Rabble Master this next turn. And I'd like to follow this up with another Rabble Master. So in we go. Expecting Helix here. Red, white. There's the white. Shock it in. Yeah, shock it in. Helix goes up to 11. Bird of Paradise, Thoughtseize. Oh, extra Bird of Paradise. All right, well, I did hit what I needed. All right. Rabble Master, send them in. Opponent's going to be at 5 mana, but at 8 life. See if they have another Helix here. If they have another Helix, they're not going again here. Chalice, I guess, can go on 1 now. Celestial Colonnade. Coalition Relic. I just have to put Chalice on 1, I suppose. There's nothing else I'm doing with it. Unless I top deck something to use the 2 mana for. We'll probably move straight to combat here. I didn't request for Blood Moon. I have no idea how my judge deck check went. Not sure. Red blue. Is it charm? That's aggressive. Alright, my opponent's down to 2 cards here. We have tokens on board. I feel like this Chalice would be better suited on like 2, based on everything I've seen so far. But we're a little ways away from that. They do have a Colonnade here. Colonnade is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could activate. Could do that. They're not. Knight of Autumn gain life, probably. Look at all these color pairs. Alright, so they had a lot more creatures than I expected. This is gain life. There's literally nothing else to do. Game 4. Well, I guess they could put some +1/+1 counters. Yeah, gain that 4 life. Good job. Alright. Now I can swing with these safely. Could use a land. I could use a land. I could use a land! Alright, I'm going to swing with the team here. I'm expecting maybe 1 block here. Go to 7. Keep the 2 birds. We're on turn 5, deck. Let's get a land here. I doubt they shock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 mana to take Colonnade to infinity and beyond. Land. Thank you. There's very little reason to attack in here with goblins, so we're going to pause for a turn. Coalition Relic. Coalition Relic. Triggers. Make the mana. The turn that I can play Chandra might be the turn that we go ahead and consider attacking in. Glittering Wish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go get Niv-Mizzet here. Are we in trouble? Probably. There's Niv-Mizzet. Oh, opponent. Alright, Niv-Mizzet's here. Let's see what they hit here. Color pairs. Pair, 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 non-pair, non-pair, non. There. Here, do. Alright, so we have Is It Charm, Bring to Light, and Assassin's Trophy that were found here. So let's put this out on Goblin, probably. And let's just throw this out on 2. Wonder what they would go get with Bring the Light. Another Niv-Mizzet? It's legendary. So we're going to attack. This seems like a funny attack, but we're going to put them at 6. Putting them at 6 makes it an even number and makes Chandra just 3 turns. So we blank 2 cards in hand. Bring the Light's still alive. They could also Colonnade. That would be 10. Colonnade, I need to top deck Bridge and or Blood Moon to have another turn. Opting to just hit us for 6 here. Cool. It's a 4-turn clock. It's pretty good. White, white, red. Coalition Relic. Red. Green. Blue, black, white. Bring the Light. Going in, getting. I guess I could just get another Niv-Mizzet, kind of a redraw, reset Niv-Mizzet as well. Go get a bunch more cards. It's a Kolaghan's Command. Awkward. Kolaghan's Command, kill Chalice, make us discard. Put Chalice back on 2. Discard Chandra. If I were to play Chandra out here, I can do 2 + 1. Then they just Assassin's Trophy and then 10 us. This also allows them to helix. Let's not get away from us. All right, where's Hazard when we need it? Where's Mom Dog? Krenko. Krenko doesn't do it. Let's put another Chalice on 2 here. We'll attack for 1 in the air or on the ground. Flying Goblin. Yup, Fiery Confluence is printed in Modern Horizons. I'm not sure Fiery Confluence would be where we want to be in Modern. I could be wrong, though. Alright, opponent has 2 dead cards here. They're still not firing up Colonnade. It's probably smart in case I do top deck. The one, the only. Mom Dog? Shoot. I needed more mana so I could do Liquid Metal Coat. No, that wouldn't work either. Alright. I guess I have to try Karn here. Hope they don't remember their Colonnades here. And go get a bridge. I did not 5-0 with, well, depends. You fell asleep during the last match. Alright, so my opponent's got the kill on board here as long as they fire up Colonnade, which I expect them to do. Making all kinds of mana. By the way, they had just enough because Karn shut off the Coalition Relics. This is 10 in the air. Unless they go after Karn. They don't. We did pretty well last night. We did get the 5-0. Alright, so we were turned away. If we would have had Karn first, Then we would have gotten this bridge. Opponent would have needed K command. Alright, if we would have played Chandra, it wouldn't have mattered. We wouldn't have had enough. If we would have played Chalice, not Chalice, put Chandra down tick, kill a bird. It's probably not the direction I would have gone. If we did that, then they would have had this Izzet charm for this guy. Alright, well, that's a different deck. First time I've seen that one. Let's keep that one on our radar. Blood Moon should be fine against that. We'll be good. Did I hide the deck and concede? No, no, no. It should show up on publishings. Alright, let's keep this. This is a turn 2 Chandra. We haven't done that in a while. Shall we do that? I think we shall. And if they Thoughtseize, I don't know what they want to take, so yeah, let's do a turn 2 Chandra. That sounds fun. And if we top deck Karn, we'll do a turn 2 Karn instead. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not gonna rush Rabble Master out there. There are still a lot of Bolt decks out there. And not when I have basically Thoughtseize proof. And now this looks reasonably good. Here, we'll go ahead and Chandra here, tick up, put the Chalice on 1, avoid that Path to Exile on Rabble Master next turn. Alright, black-white. We can cast Karn off Chandra. We could. We could, but there's like this kind of really juicy thing where you liquid metal coating after Karn and never lose. Let's play Karn. Let's play Karn and let's go get... Let's choose an artifact card. Let's go get liquid metal coating. Pastor. Okay. They get a Path to Exile. Take 1 damage. That's good for us. Alright, depending on what they do here, we can get the liquid metal coating down. We can take them off white-black here. Do all kinds of things. They can't quite kill Karn here. Chandra tick down to get rid of Dark Confidant. Play liquid metal coating. If they have a land and play Leonin Arbiter Ghost Quarter us, we need to top deck a land in order to kill Dark Confidant and keep liquid metal coating online with Karn. Just a couple lines. There's an Eldrazi Temple. Thought Not Seer would be a pain. Thalia is also a pain. Alright, Karn takes a little bit there. We hit an Abrade. Can't do a whole lot here. Let's kill Chandra. I don't want to lose my guy, so let's go ahead and abrade this as well, and we'll uptick. Alright, so if they have a hasty like Reality Smasher here, obviously we take some good chunks to the face on either of our Planeswalkers. But if they don't, and they have, say, maybe a follow-up Thalia or something like that, then we could play liquid metal coating and take them off. Maybe this Eldrazi Temple is a good idea. Karn has a lot of text, but basically is Stony Silence, make artifact into creature, CMC as its power and toughness, or go fetch something from sideboard / exile. Something being an artifact. That's the recap. Mr. Zarukai. I think I say your name probably differently every other stream. Blade Splicer's pretty decent here. Okay, so we hit our third here. Activated abilities. Let's play Liquid Metal Coating. I know this is what I want to do. Let's uptick. Let's get rid of... I'm actually less worried about this Eldrazi temple. Let's get rid of the courtyard. Let's... Are we upticking here? To get a blocker. I kind of want to keep Chandra around if we can. So we're going to go ahead and play Rabble Master. The idea here is that we can pick off this golem. Or not pick it off, but we can block it and then keep our walkers alive. We'll see if that happens. All right, we're ghost quartering our Eldrazi temple to go down to 1 land, to have black mana, to play Strangler, to exile, kind of stuff. Plays land, can kill 1 walker here, opts to kill Karn here. That's probably a good idea. All right. What are we doing now? Down tick, kill, down tick, kill. I'm running out of things to do here. Let's go ahead and down tick, kill, and down tick, kill. I don't particularly like doing that, but it takes them off quite a few things they've got going on. Can't coding, yeah, I can't going golem. Well, I can coding golem. It just doesn't do anything. There's a Bob. All right. We'll pass turn. Gets a ghost quarter. Opponent's hitting the lands they need, that's for sure. Maybe I was supposed to get a bridge with Karn instead of trying to lock them out of their lands. They seem to have drawn a lot of those. You can take my chalice. Go ahead. All right. We'll have Blood Moon. Shut him off white. This was kind of the hope here. So they have black mana now. They played this Ghost Quarter. Shouldn't have F6, says my opponent. They do need their white. We're going to get hit for 5. It might not matter, opponent. It might not matter. Gonna hit for 5 again. Simeon's Spirit Guide is at least a blocker. I probably just kill Bob here, make them stop drawing cards. We're at 4. The Kingpin has arrived, chat. The mighty Kingpin. Will he save us? Hopes and dreams. I can't block that. And I have to attack now. I have to attack and hope they don't have like double Fatal Push. Just kidding, doesn't matter. We will be playing this Blood Moon. Can Kingpin take over the game? It is the question. Can the Kingpin take over the game? No attacks. There goes the Kingpin. I'm kind of not wanting to put this chalice on anything other than 1 again, so let's do another one on 1. I don't think 2 really matters at this point. We have lots of blockers. Oh, yeah. Student strains that after throwing away so many resources, your opponent still has the board and card advantage. I keep to backtrack it, but I can't. How many lands did they lose? 3? They ghost quartered themselves. They lost an Eldrazi and they lost a courtyard. So 3, yes. 3, and then they kind of flooded out, sort of. All right. Little Cranko did his thing. Little Cranko did his thing, which is a little bit remarkable to say the least. All right. Yamakiller, thank you for the host. How did your Jeskai League go? And what are your community viewers called? What are you guys called? Let me know. All right, Chalice is kind of weak here. Well, we did see Path. 4-1 and 5-0. Not bad. Not bad, my friend. Even with those couple punts. You don't have a name for them. The Yamawama squad. You have been named. And Yama Killer can decide if that's an awful name. Pretty much is. The Yamawamas. Alright. Chalice is probably not that good. Let's bring in a couple Rabble Masters here. Let's go with that. Dogfight! What's up? What's up, Dogfight? You may have punted a little bit. We try to be a better Magic player here on this stream. We attempt to keep punt counts minimized. Try to make the correct line every single time. And our brain gets fried by doing it. But hey, it's what we do here. So you will see very few punts. I say that, but you definitely could see some. I'm gonna aggressively keep this and just pray, chat. Let's do one for science. Can Kranko get there? Incoming Path, by the way. Let's keep this. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Take by Kranko. Does not. Alright, let's name Goblin. And they will fear the Krankos, so we'll play the Kranko. Doesn't create anything. Opponent appears to be F6. This does get through Thalia. Thalia. That guy is fine too. Wink, wink. Path means lands. They're going to take one of these, probably. I doubt they take an Abrade here. Kranko's going to get big, chat. Land here. So swing with Kranko. Kranko becomes a 2-3. And we'll just F6. We're good. Big Kranko about to happen. 3 mana here for my opponent. Shoot, there's something in exile. You jerk. Alright, they're gonna get Kranko. They did it. They did it, chat. They got the Kranko off. We'll get our Braid back here in case we need that. Oh, they used the Tide Howler. Well, I guess they could have used the Abrade too. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Cough, cough. Maybe I should have done that in response. That could be a punt. Could be a punt there, sideways. Sideways punt, chat. Hold me accountable. That was a punt. Yes, this Simian Spirit Guide's over here. Oh gosh, another one of these little guys. Alright, well we did hit our land. Let's swing with everything. Oh, I didn't hit everything. That's alright. That's alright. I kind of want my Karn back here, opponent. Can I have that dude back? Flicker Wisp, flickering Wasteland Strangler. Wasteland Strangler exiling Simian Spirit Guide here. Or Karn. Probably Karn. Alright, opponent. We've had enough of your shenanigans here. You gotta beat me. Gotta beat me with a lot of power. Thank you, Uncle DB, holding me accountable. Aether Vial comes in. Chalice is a little bit better now. No blocks. Land pass, no blocks. I guess we block here. We take 5, go to 7, and they have lots. Tune, thank you so much. Appreciate those. Alright, flooding out, chat. Flooding out hard. How do we want to do this? There's an anger, that would have been nice. How do we want to do this? So many things are ETBs. I'm going to bring this Torpor Orb in and not try to wishboard it out. I'm almost tempted to just bring in the bridge as well. Rabble Master's weak still. Chalice is a little bit better. Rabble Master number 2. It did matter, indeed. It very much did. Could have bought me a couple extra turns. That is a very true statement. You don't like Exile being used as a resource space? I don't mind it. I guess I can't say I don't mind it. Karn essentially is doing that for us. I think it is a little bit interesting when they can exile and completely remove something. That's a bit interesting. We can talk about that. I have an Abrade. Let's keep this garbage hand. This one's a loose keep here. It's loose for many reasons. We're going to go ahead and play on curve here for the Goblin. We do need the land. The Abrade, though, is going to take care of something. I sense it. They haven't really been playing Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes too much, so maybe we're okay. That's a good card to kill. It's even better now. I don't feel like they've had too many 1-drops, so we're going to go ahead and just keep the Abrade here. Let this Aether Vial go up to 1. Maybe tag a creature that's more important here on 2, although this is just sitting here as colorless mana. Abrading this, no play from my opponent, and getting to Blood Moon seems like a good win. We'll see. Okay, they have black and white mana. Playing Displacer here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and destroy this artifact. Worst case scenario, we're going to kill the Displacer, but I'm hoping for that land. That land will make us Blood Moon efficient. This is just a 3/3. It has really no properties. 0 properties, Chad. Alright, we do hit our Gemstone. I'm kind of wondering if I should just go ahead and get Karn or kill this. We probably just kill this, right? And then we'll worry about Karn next turn. Maybe bridge then Karn just to avoid the waste plan. Opponent concedes to that. Cool. I think we could have obviously played Karn, tick down, go get like extra bridge or the liquid metal. And then we try to get our other Karn safely down. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, we were fine. Greedy mana. Luckily for us, Eldrazi Black-White Taxes is extremely greedy with their mana. They're one of the more greedier 2-color decks. And I say 2 colors knowing that our favorite now colorless mana is kind of a third-esque color. But they try to be greedy to play into being able to play that colorless mana. So we can definitely get them with Blood Moon. One of the few decks that 2 colors doesn't really help them against the Blood Moon. You could make the argument that actually Tron, for example, is 2 colors, usually being green and the colorless. But they're more likely to get out of a Blood Moon lock because they're only 2 colors. They just have to search for the green mana. Then they can play their Nature's Claims. Where that deck, they have to like Thought-Knot Seer or Reality Smasher. And Aether Vial is obviously thing, but I guess our Karn's shutting that off as well. Alright, 2-1. Let's keep it going. Hand's alright, we'll keep it. It's a mixture of interesting cards that don't do a lot against burn. We're keeping a little bit looser hand, seeing how far we can push the envelope here. Caverner Souls. That's a good card. Alright, let's name... Alright, first one I see. First one I see. I saw things after Rat. We won't do Rat again, but if I get a different name. Is Karn good? Karn is good. Karn is good. Not necessarily in this matchup. It's actually one of the few matchups I'll take Karn out. Turtle. Turtle chat. All right. Woo. Damn turtles. Werewolves and kobolds. All good stuff. We got turtles though. Opponent is taking a moment to enjoy our slow-paced play. I guess I'll get rid of this Gemstone Caverns. Opponent's like, let me Google that. Turtles in Modern. Turtles in Modern. Cavern. Unkillable. Hexproof. What? Alright, see, the thing is, Karn doesn't get us anything from the sideboard in this matchup. I mean, I guess I could go get Liquid Metal Coating and try to, like, pick these off. Bridge isn't very good. Goblin Guide's Bridge's favorite friend. Riftbolt Suspended means Karn's not going to stay around here. I hate to play a War Boss into this, but I think maybe that's what I just have to do here. This game's probably lost. Karn would be okay if I had put the Chalice in the sideboard, but we've been running the Chalice main board for a while now. Mainly because by the time Karn comes out, we're either trying to lattice or do something else. Oh my gosh, chat. Look at the flood. Look at the flood. I guess I'll try to redirect my opponent's attention to War Boss. This is where I would prefer maybe an extra Chandra, because I could like get Chandra, kind of do some removal, try to encourage my opponent to attack Chandra. Here we're opening ourselves up to Searing Blaze. If they don't have anything like that and they're worried about this getting out of control, they have their Riftbolt Suspended as well. It's a bad spot. Burn is probably the deck's hardest matchup. Maybe I should be looking at getting Karn to put something in the sideboard for it, but I don't like doing that per se. I don't run into Burn that often. Chalice and Blood Moon sometimes just do it. Play New Tibble. This is the card I hate the most with our build. It's the worst. No land, please. Oh my gosh, land. Look at all these lands. I guess Blood Moon's what I gotta ask for here. Lava spikes me. I'm at 5. Alright, well. We get to Karn here. I have no idea what I'm getting, though. It's gotta be Liquid Metal. I don't have anything else. Maybe I can shut him off white? So what do I need? I need them to have like Searing Blaze, draw a Searing Blaze, attack me, then I Liquid Metal their white, and then they draw only Boros Charms and everything, and then I need a removal for Goblin Guide. That is probably our out. They draw any burn spell here, I can concede. Ooh, only a Searing Blaze, my friend? Only a Searing Blaze? Oh, we got a Legion War Boss, a card I'm not gonna play. Hey Fluffy, I'm assembling this deck on paper and I've ran some proxies. What's your sideboarding game plan against Scales? Assuming that I've just been bolted, we will talk about that in this sideboard. There's a lava spike. Okay. So for Scales, with this list, I would bring in things like Angers. I would leave bridges in the sideboard, this bridge in the sideboard, but leave the other ones you have main deck. I would... That's actually probably about it. I would maybe trim one Blood Moon, and I would probably... If you're on the draw, I would trim a Chalice. If you're on the play, I'd keep the Chalice. And then I'd probably just take a Rabblemaster out. So the general idea is you're going to leave a Braids in. You're going to leave more Chalices in on the play than you would on the draw. So you can kind of trim one. Same for kind of Blood Moons. At the same time, after game one, you can trim one Blood Moon. Karn shuts off a lot of things in the Hardened Scales matchup. And you just have to be careful that bridge won't get you. But Karn's really good in that matchup. All right, this matchup at hand. Eidolon's Angers are going to come in, and Hazard's going to come in. Gonna trim the bridges. We keep the Blood Moon. We trim Karn in this matchup. And now I'm kind of a little bit at a standstill. We can trim a couple rituals. Probably don't need this many Angers. Anger. Let's bring one out. Let's do this. Let's just bring one Anger in. We'll have 3 of those removals and 3 abrades. My opponent can go just no creatures. So there's no real reason to really load these up. They're not 100% a creature deck. Thoughts on Karn in control? Karn in control is fine. Karn in control is fine. You just have to ritual out a Karn or present something, and then you can play around all kinds of stuff with Lattice and Liquid Metal. See our uploaded league coming soon from Monday. We do it there. So 3 Karns are more than enough, right? This version's just cut one for a Hazoret, but I kind of want to put one back. Wow. Let's keep this. I have the turn 1 Chalice into turn 2 Rabblemaster, turn 3 Rabblemaster. Instead of doing turn 1 Rabblemaster, which probably just gets bolted, we're going to do this to pause my opponent for 1 turn. Then they're going to have to decide, do I want to get rid of Chalice or do I need to get rid of Rabblemaster? We're going to hope they don't have Searing Blaze here. Do you have a side guide any place that I could access? I do not. Not for this deck. But I've been asked several times. Most of the responses I give would be it's feeling, which I know is not ideal for those that would like maybe guidance or are struggling with that feeling. But that's what I would have to tell you, is it is a lot of feeling. Alright, we're going to name Goblin here. I'm actually going to go ahead and ritual out this Blood Moon. This keeps Blood Moon in check. It also keeps Chalice there. Chalice on 1 is doing a lot of work for us right now, avoiding creatures. If we were to put the Blood Moon out and they were to have fetches and they tried to do Rabblemaster, they obviously can't fetch and trigger Searing Blaze. It is putting us slightly behind on how many turns it'll take to kill my opponent. However, we just shut off approximately 4 Helixes, 4 Boros Charms, 2 Auriok Champions, 2 to 3 Destructive Revelries, and most Searing Blaze activations. So you can do the math, what we just shut off. Practicing is the best way. It is. There's an Eidolon. Not too worried about this little card. Land, Goblin Rabblemaster would be the play. This guy kind of dies, does 2 damage to us. Let's just pass a turn here. I'd like to get 1 more land. I'm a little afraid if they play a secondary Eidolon here, then I'll need like land Anger. They can play 1 card here. By the way, Auriok Champion's a really hard card to kill unless you literally draw the card that answers it. Smash to Smithereens is a thing, alright. Getting rid of my Chalice on 1. It's good to see that instead of Destructive Revelry. Maybe this Goblin Guide can unlock us here. Land and then Anger right behind it? That would be nice. Opponent seems to be slightly more on the creatures. Do hit the land. We could Anger right behind this. We'll see. Not quite Anger. Let's go ahead and Rabblemaster here. We do take 2, but we can block. Rebus 8. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Using that sweet free Twitch Prime on me. Thank you. Do remember you get these sweet, sweet emotes to spam and use in all Twitch channels. Thank you, and welcome to the Wolf Pack. As a reminder, use your Twitch Prime on Twitch streamers. You do not have to use it here. You can use it anywhere. It gives them support. It gives you a cool emote. It's a win-win. And if you have Twitch Prime, you're probably already linked in with your account. It's free. You already paid Amazon Prime. Do the math, chat. Do the math, chat. It's free emotes. Now, we only have 3 to offer, but you could get emotes from, like, like lyric or something. It's got like 50 emotes. 50 emotes for something you already have? Consider it, chat. Alright, Syrian Blood was a pain. Our aggro version really dies here too. What's happening here? Hey, there's Chandra. That doesn't do anything for us. We're at 2. I can only cast one thing. If I had anger, it'd kill us anyway. I could play Chandra, kill this. I guess the only out... Well, Walking Ballista, I guess, could be used as well. So it's Chandra, kill this, Goblin Guide, hope they have only... hopefully they have only white spells in their hand. And if they do, then we block, we don't take but 1 here, and we win. Alright. Shallow line there. The other option would have been Walking Ballista on 2, block, kill, but then you have to block here and then kill Eidolon. Prison Mike isn't here, so I have to live with Mono Red Prison. Who's Prison Mike? Who's Prison Mike? I have Kozilek's Return sideboard for Auriok Champion. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. We did do some testing when humans were big at the beginning of 2018. Kozilek's Return was a little bit weak, so if humans are in your meta, do entertain that slight disadvantage between the two. Oh, War Prison dude. Well, thank you for joining us in our Red Prison. We've played against him a few times. We're the better when we play, because Red Prison runs over War Prison. But War Prison pretty strong, pretty strong. Alright, this is an aggro approach. I think the funny thing here between War Prison and our prison is we get hands like this, and this doesn't look like prison at all. This looks like, oh, I'm going to Chalice to protect Rabble Master and then slam some Rabble Masters. And everyone would be like, hey, that's really aggressive. And that's why we're called Pyro Prison. That is why we're called Pyro Prison. Alright. Mountain Pass turn. If they appear to be a Bolt or Path deck, we'll go ahead and consider the Chalice. Or Prison just suffers a lot in the Karn meta. I could see that. I could see that. It's almost unplayable. What about... Lantern Prison would probably be bad. Basic Forest. Ancient Stirrings. Alright, so if they appear to be Karn, we're going to Rabble Master. If they appear to be War Prison, we'll Rabble Master. If they appear to be Hardened Scales, I have to Chalice on 1. Alright, we're going to put Chalice on 1 here. If they are Hardened Scales, I want this on 1, sort of. If they are Infect, I want it on 1 as well. Steel Overseer. Alright. Alright, opponent. Let's play a Rabble Master pass turn. How often have you used Remit Runes in a game? It's actually becoming less and less recently because the games end so fast with Karn. You could probably just play basic mountains at this point. Alright, what else you got for me, opponent? By the way, this is a Hardened Scales matchup. Gotta make this a 2-2. Make this a 2-2. Does he want to do anything with it? Why not put Chalice on 2? Because Hardened Scales is problematic, and then Walking Ballista is also problematic. And we're really just looking for Karn at this point. I also couldn't put Chalice on 2 immediately. I don't think. Could I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Now you've got me wondering. I'm trying to replay the game in my head. Turn 1. Played it. We could have put it on 2. Yes, we could have. Mathematically, yes, we could have. Ritual Bliss 2. I don't know. 1 just seems right. It's probably not. I guess I've been blown over by animation module plenty of times. That I feel like 1 is okay. Obviously, they could proliferate this, and then we're just a little bit upset. But I've seen that enough that I think on 1 is okay. We will get an activation of ruins in here if I don't top deck anything crazy. Ooh. Speaking of top decking something crazy, this clears the board, but we have a pretty good board presence. Let's see how they block here. I'm going to swing with everything just to see how they block. And if we're close enough, we might Ruins and Slagstorm. Again, this just depends on how my opponent blocks. I don't want these Steel Overseers getting out of control. I'm also always afraid of Hardened scales, so, you know, we put this on 2, and they just play 2 Hardened scales, and then they just play a giant Walking Ballista in like 4 turns off of Mox Opals and stuff, and then we just never see the light of day. Let's see here. And it's not just Karn that makes it hard for Word. Also is the uptick in control with all the walkers and random Niv-Mizzet piles. Hey, we ran into one of those random Niv-Mizzet piles. It was random. I might have to look at the list because I really like Bring to Light. The only problem I have with it is I'm really tentative to play something that just has to play a bunch of multicolored lands, because I think you can get really, really punished. Really punished. Alright, I'm expecting Rabblemaster to be blocked here to some degree here. Depending on how they block, we might be able to set up something where we just have like 2 extra creatures and swing in. We have to remember though, Walking Ballista can be ticked up a couple times and do some strange things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5's getting through. This is a very strange block to me. I don't understand why this isn't like over here or something, like on this creature. I'm guessing Walking Ballista is going to pick off Boss. Alright, let's do some math here really quick. Walking Ballista isn't going to take anything out this turn. If I were to do this, I'm going to put them at 6, 5, 4, so I have to get in with 1 creature. If I play Simian Spirit Guide here, do I guarantee to get in with 1 creature and then win in 3 turns? Play Simian Spirit Guide. They play a 2+ land. They can block, so they have 4 creatures. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2. Alright, we're going to go a little bit aggressive with trying to beat them versus clearing the board, because I don't have too much in hand after this. We're going to play Simian Spirit Guide and the next turn plan to Ruins, potentially Ruins after, and then Slagstorm their face. I don't think they'll see this coming here. This Walking Ballista obviously can be very huge, so we'll see. You like Slag and then cast Simian Spirit Guide? But they have the Ink Moth. I don't think it's an incorrect play. An extra Walking Ballista here is a little bit awkward. That being said, these are going to be only at 3, so we can undo our problem here, if it is a problem. All right. All right. Just in case we really, really screw this up, we can kill like everything. But we're going to attack with everything and see if I can get that 1 to 2 points of damage in here. They probably want to keep the Walking Ballistas. We'll see. But if they keep the Walking Ballistas, I think we can win here. So that one's going to live. You can't use it to pick anything off. That will live as well. And what, this block here and keep it and take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, yeah, we're definitely behind this plan now. So they take 4 here. There's almost a reason to just anger now that they blocked like that. So let's just anger and be super safe here. This will clear the board so we are at 20 life, and then we have 2 activations here, and we have the mana to do it. This anger almost probably guarantees it. We have them dead on board. So for those that were asking if Ruins is activated, Here's that one case where it happens. They shot a goblin that will be dying here. They should be shooting this. They killed the goblin for me, thank you. Alright. Like, that ink moth isn't gonna kill us in 2 turns. By the way, there's a serious uptick of steel overseers in hardened scales. I haven't quite figured out why. Alright. First one I see, chat. First one I see. The eye is upon you, opponent. Alright, we'll just F6 to them. Then we'll crack this and then we got him. Octopus is a good one. I like octopus. Gotta be zippy fast. Gotta have that trigger finger ready. Ink moth. Ally's nice. Get that 5-color ally in here. Alright, it's second main, but we'll just do this now. 2 damage, opponent. And 2 damage. I could see my opponent playing it out just to see if we forget about the ruins there. Alright, this is the matchup I will miss the most for having the 4th Karn. So let's go ahead and sideboard. It's Anger's here. And that's probably close to it. And we're going to take 1 Blood Moon. We're on the draw, 1 Chalice. And you could, like, arguably take out Hazoret here. Chandra activations can get there. Hazoret probably by himself isn't getting through, and you're probably looking to do the bridge plus Karn kind of lock here. Extra sweepers here are nice. We have 5 plus 3 of braids, and we have all the Karns. So we should be able to keep my opponent in check. If you feel like Blood Moon wouldn't be very valuable to you here, Ink Moth, Blink Moth are things. You could maybe bring in this extra Hazoret. But Hazoret is at 4. Hazoret's probably not swinging in. So just keep that in mind. This hand's okay. We can cast Karn if we draw it. I do have an Abrade. They're probably going to have something like a welding jar here. Ta-da. This is why Chalice is not as good here. Perfect example. There's an Ink Moth. I kind of like that I've kept my Blood Moon now. Maybe they're trying to go all in on Ink Moth for some reason. There's that animation module I talked about. That is our problem card. Slagstorm's an okay pickup here. We might be just doing like, well, so animation module is kind of awkward here because they can just Ink Moth, and then if they get up to 4 mana or 3 mana, which they're at, they could just kind of do that. Steel Overseer is not too worrisome. It does combo with animation module. There's a Chandra. How much do I like Chandra here? Let's bottom her. Slip a Shatterstorm. Alright, we'll try to kill Steel Overseer. I'm expecting Welding Jar to save it. So this gets a little bit awkward if they do this Ink Moth thing here. Well, it doesn't look like they want to just yet. Karn, the Scion of Urza? Kind of glad I ditched the Chandra. That's a 4/4. It's a big guy. Alright, I can't quite kill it with Slagstorm, so that's awkward. The Chandra could have killed it. And they just Welding Jar it, maybe? You gonna make another one, opponent? Hanger back. 2/2 hanger back. Anger would be a little bit better. Another construct. It's a 6/6 now. I could use that bridge. He's not very good. We'll play Rabblemaster just as a blocker. It has to block the 6/6. Oops. Let's kill Karn here. Lattice into Shatterstorm? Yes! Reset the game. That is how you build Karn Liberated 2.0. Karn, Lattice, Shatterstorm. Ancient Stirrings for my opponent. So this is an interesting one. I haven't seen this in this build. Uh-oh. Arcbound Ravager. That combos. That combos with these guys. See, this combos crazy. You can have a forest opponent. You already have a bunch of those forests. These are 8/8s. I'm pretty sure we just lose, right? Oh, they didn't want to end us. All right. Their stuff got a little bit big. All right, we're gonna bring the Chalice back in because Welding Jar is a problem for us. I still like the aggro package. Probably just need to be less loose with our keep there. I'm gonna take one more Blood Moon out. I almost don't think they're on Hardened scales in some kind of weird world. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring in the Hazards. I'm gonna hedge that they're probably on it, and Blood Moon would be very good against Ink Moth and Blink Moth. But even there with the animation module and stuff, it seemed like their primary focus was getting Karn and these creatures out and trying to play that game. So we're going to hedge our bet a little bit. We're on the play, be more aggressive, not as passive. This hand doesn't do a whole lot. Let's mulligan this. Even though it has the Rabblemaster, it's on turn 3 and that's way too slow. Alright, this looks a lot better. Chalice on 0, Anger's here. Rabblemaster behind it. Yeah, this hand's like lightning years ahead. Lightning years. Keep opponent mold as well. So we're on equal footing here. Hopefully they don't keep a hand with Mox Opal. Opponent goes to 5. Alright. You know what? I'm going to put that land on top. I've put a land on the bottom before and not drawn one for several turns. We might get an extra one here, but if my opponent doesn't really do a whole lot this first turn, then we'll do whatever. Alright, what are we naming with Cavern? Because I can still name whatever. You tell me, chat. What are we naming? What are we naming? First one I see. It's the Cavern of Souls game. Name that land. Alright, I see Wolf first. You have a Steel Overseer. Oh, big bird. Alright. I did see Wolf first. Alright. We are going to play this Rabblemaster. I think my opponent may be playing a little bit slow here with the Steel Overseer as their choice. We'll see if we can run them over a little bit here. Citadel. Steel Overseer. Land right behind it. Awkward. Awkward unless Karn's here next. Alright, down to 13. Like I said, we're just gonna keep attacking until they have had enough with us. There's the Hardened scales, so they are playing that card. Arcbound Ravager. All the lands. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to attack here. Maybe they somehow go here and don't, like, eat everything. And maybe they block like this. I don't know. Ravager was really bad for us to see. I might just block 2 goblins here. Yes. 5. 1, 2. They gotta like do this and eat something to keep this alive. Eat this guy too. Alright, well, we'll try for it. Okay, they have 6. A little bit lucky. Alright, we don't have Blood Moon, by the way. Mox Opal's not a thing. Sometimes you just gotta jam the card. The Kingpin has arrived. We're gonna hold this extra land just for this turn. The Kingpin has arrived, chat. Steel Overseer. It's just a 1/1. Player lands. Swing in with the Kingpin. Make some goblins. We are a little bit worried about how much Inkmoth could do to us. Let's see if we can go wider than our opponent, though. Hangerback Walker could go wider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't activate. Whoa, 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 opponent. Okay, we're just doing this right now. So Kranko becomes a 3/4, but this becomes a 4/4. But we make lots of goblins. Lots of goblins. And then they only have just one of these. I think I'm attacking with everything. Let's make some goblins. Our top decks are better. Where's our Stony Science Planeswalker when we need him? Yes, where is he? So we should hit for 1 here, putting them 8. Obviously all this gets super pumped here. We'll play our Simian Spirit Guide out and pass turn. Now they have 3 blockers technically. And we have 1, 2, 3 plus these 2. The block here and then one other. Another and 2. So somehow we got to get around these. We'll manage somehow. Ironically, this Hangerback Walker is probably not hurting us. Another Simian Spirit Guide. Not the greatest. I think I just play it and pass turn here. Odysseus, what's up? Activating Inkmoth. The problem here is Inkmoth is going to get huge. And just going to infect us. So this is where our Blood Moon is hurting us. I wagered against needing the Blood Moon. And we may fall victim to it. Yep. That's gonna be painful. I need like an Abrade here now. Or Karn, I think. That's not gonna do it. Flooding out, chat. That won't do it either. Bottom. Alright, so we die here, unfortunately, to Hardened Scales. Brian, Odysseus. Block, 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 and take 3. They go to 5. So this is where I'm definitely missing that 4th Karn. I've been kind of holding this card, though, so maybe they're, well, they're playing a little bit worried here, I think. This is going to downtick, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to top deck a Karn, we can actually play Karn and play Bridge, which is pretty good for us. We've been kind of holding this card like, hey, I have something. What do we get? Jeez. Crackers. I have to do it kind of this way and kind of keep that last card still. Because they could just sack Hanger Backwalker here and then swing with the team and do some weird stuff. They are missing lethal due to fear of a braid. A braid is a scary thing. I think it's key not to yield here. Look at all them 2/2s. I think I have one more shot at this. These are all 3/3s? Actually, no, I don't. That is so much damage. Where's Karn? So these will all become 5/5s. That's 40 damage. Blasphemous act, please. So they did have the Hardened scales. We talked about that. They're going to do 9 Infect to me as well. By the way, there's not a single card that I think could win the game for us. Not a single. Maybe a Fog. Ooh, what are we doing over here? You're just going to put it all on Blink Moth here. So my single card has to choose between getting infected or nuked here. Look at this. I respect this. This is 20 damage. We can respect the 20 damage, right? Yeah, Blood Moon would have done nothing in this game as well. They got a lot of Thupters. This is all in the air. I can't block this. All right, opponent. You got it. Woo! Negative 20. 20 poison. Woo! That's some damage. All right, we are definitely going to run this back. Why does opponent hate us? There's a Hazard. There's a Chalice. There's a Braid. Ouch. All right, let's take a look at what we're doing here. I'm really missing that 4th Karn. Not just for that matchup, but for others. We've been kind of experimenting. Maybe it's time to go back to some of the original lists. Hazard would be out here. Let's add the Karn back. I feel like maybe even just an extra Braid is not a bad idea over this Anger. Let's do maybe that. Shatterstorm in the sideboard. That gets rid of like all of our artifacts. I've regretted once or twice not having a welding jar. I'm going to bring a welding jar back in. You'll notice that we haven't needed Tormod's Crypt, but of course the second I take Tormod's Crypt out, we'll be upset. Maybe I get rid of the cage. Let's hedge that bet here. Lattice, the Torp Orbs had their purpose. Shattering Spree. I do have quite a few of artifact removal already. I don't think I need more. I mean, that's just a single game. We can't over. Right now we're a little weak to like blue-white here, and this build I am a little bit weak to Dredge. We can't go too far one direction or the other. If we do that, we end up losing to matchups we shouldn't lose. The Ruins played a role once, but I can't imagine they're going to play too many roles here. Let's go to one more Void, and let's ramp up here on our mountains. Vandal Blast would be the one. Vandal Blast is kind of cool because you can play it for 1 to get it out of hand, to not kill your bridge if bridge is the only target, and you need to get out of hand. We typically have had 3 bridges as well. Brian, thank you. Wow. For a future Ojutai League. Brian, you're betting. You're betting on me playing Ojutai. Why would you do that to me? All right, I'm gonna take. That's a lot of bits, Brian. Thank you so much. I think that's the largest bits we've ever received. All right, we're gonna run this slightly altered list. Get it into League. I don't like that card. Now I have to turn on the light because I can't see where my backpack is. I don't like that card, he says. One sec. I'm almost positive I have said card you're speaking of. I just have to remember which binder it's in. And if I don't, this is going to be embarrassing. Nope. Nope. Where's my multicolored cards? Those are red cards. These are... It's so dark in here, away from the computer. There's all my swords. What are these cards? These are lands. Where are my multicolored cards? Did I take the multicolored cards out? There they are. Oh, maybe I traded it away. Awkward. Awkward. We'll just play our League here and just ignore that happened. Awkward. Just, how's everyone doing today? Oh, look, chat, we got a match. All right, opponents 1-1 word 0-0. Let's get back to Magic. We apparently don't have Ojutai, so. All right, let's keep some loose hands, play some loose Magic, run them back. Oh, hi, Brian. Brian, hey, welcome to the stream, my friend. We were looking for a Ojutai. I used to have one. There is an empty spot in my blue-white section. It's probably Ojutai. Good luck. You too, opponent. You too, opponent. Awkward. That awkward intermission, chat. Awkward intermission. I also have a whole collection in the other room. I would have to go look through that. I bet it's in my cube. Maybe we'll go look at that really quick before the end of the stream. Alright, well, we're doing a whole lot of nothing here for turn 1, turn 2, but we'll get this Chalice going. On 1. Opponent does appear to be blue-white. I'm kind of wishing I had a chroma. Blue-red, thing in the ice? Thing in the ice, maybe. Kind of glad I put Tormod's Crypts in here. Baral. Baral is a problem card. We cannot let Baral stick around. Depends on which Ojutai you care about, too. Let's play Warboss here. Warboss is just a touch quicker. Expecting a remand past turn. We'll play into Chandra and Warboss next turn. We do just lose out of nowhere if they Baral and then just, like, spit out their entire hand here. 3 mana, pieces of the puzzle. You can't take this one. You can't take that one. They don't care about Noxious either. They keep Opt, which doesn't do anything for them. We're going to put this on 2, because that should be pretty close to a hard lock for them. Pass turn. Pretty close to hard lock. And it's good enough. It's good enough, chat. Chalice 1, Chalice 2. The blessings of Chalice arrived. We do have Eidolon for this matchup, which is something we normally don't have. Karn will be sitting on the sideline for this one. There are 2 Ojutais, you silly goose. You silly goose. Alright, Karn's going to sit on the sideboard here. Bridges can as well. And I need one more. Blood Moon. Actually, Blood Moon in general can come out, and we can bring in a couple Karns. We'll bring in 2 Karns here and 1 Hazoret. Just have Karn as maybe an end game if we do the Chalice stuff to them. Sit down? Why am I sitting down? There are 2 Ojutais. There are 2 Ojutais. Just depends. Depends on what you're playing. There is a Dragon Lord Ojutai. Boop. There is Ojutai Soul of Winter. It's actually the card I think I have. Boop. There is Ojutai Master. That is a human monk. Boop. And then if you're a bird fanatic in blue-white, you have Isha, Ojutai Dragon Speaker. Bird monk. Or you have the lowly little bird, Ojutai. That was spoiled pretty quickly for dragon-type stuff. By the way, if you're a nut like me, you play Ojutai's Command instead of Cryptic Command. And then I think that's it that I care about. But I did know about the 2 birds because I actually play a bird tribal EDH. Jamtown, how you doing? You want to see my take on the Ojutai? You think I'll like that picture? You can PM it to me later. I don't open pictures on stream. Honestly, fluffy take on Ojutai would be interesting to see. I'm assuming you want the big Ojutai. The Dragon Lord one. Ojutai's Command's pretty sweet. I don't know, maybe we'll do that Friday. No promises. No promises. I'm getting a guy to come by the house to give me a quote on something. Maybe while I'm fiddling around waiting for him to arrive. Maybe I'll build something. Alright, we have Eidolon pretty quick. We also have Chandra pretty quick. We're going to keep this. We're going to do our scry stuff. Why Ojutai over Cryptic? Because I was running Bring to Light and Ojutai returns a creature card, it became ramp as well as a counter. In the current meta, when I was playing Bring to Light, it did something. Just keep that in mind. Oh my gosh, why did we go to cleanup? What? Why am I in the cleanup step? Awkward. Alright, whatever. We don't need turn 1. We don't need turn 1. You watch, chat. We got this. No problemo. Who needs turn 1? They're going to just, like, empty the warrens here, and we're just gonna raffle stomp them. And then who needs to be able to play Eidolon on turn 2 either? We good, chat. I needed that cavern? Why did I need this cavern? We're just gonna raffle stomp them from skipping turn 1. We got this. And I see your PM, Harry. Opponent's panicking. They're like, WTF. My opponent played shenanigan cards. Don't they have counters? Remand. They do have remand, but they usually cast it anyway when we cast something. Gifts Ungiven? Piece of the puzzle. Thing in the Ice. This. They took a Serum Visions and a Pieces, so they have pieces left. We didn't yield. We lulled them into a false sense of security. Exactly. About to dominate. The game is ours. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. They just think they're winning. Realistically, they're just going to be casting whittly twiddly things. Spiral off this, repeal pieces opt. We'll see what they've been here. Gonna been one of these. You don't need to do repeal. That's a silly card. They bend opt is what they bend. They have repeal and pieces. Okay. Let's just war boss again here. If they have the Baral here after like refilling their hand, then they win. But if not, then we win next turn probably. They have repeal in pieces, I think. Maybe they don't have this pieces. It's the mind games you come here for? Exactly. Didn't need the cavern. I'm down a land. I can't play Eidolon. What do you got, opponent? You got Baral? Got Electromancer? The problem is Pieces of the Puzzle doesn't go get those cards. Pyretic Ritual. I see no Manamorphoses either right now. Gifts Ungiven? Repeal this. Legion Warboss. Wow. Okay. Polluted, gone. Electromancer, Lightning, Manamorphose, Pyretic. They get rid of the Pyretic. They use the pieces. They have Repeal, Lightning Bolt, and Manamorphose here. They are not running gifts. It doesn't look like it, that's for sure. Bolt, Repeal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Best shot, right? Bolt, Repeal. They could do this after Manamorphose. Or they could Grape Shot me. Storm count's probably pretty high, even though the game's not showing it to us. Hail, Hydrate. It's true. We're a little behind. Hydration bot's good. Not only for me, for you guys too. We need to drink a little bit more. How many fluid ounces is this? 20? About halfway? It's 10? Okay, maybe we're right on prime. To maintain optimal fluffy. Optimal fluffiness. Desperate Ritual. What are we doing here, opponent? Empty for Bajillion. Make them goblins. Alright, goblins have been made. We hit our land. So, if I swing in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They kind of have to do some double blocking. And then if I Eidolon, Eidolon's only doing 2 damage anyway. Because they're bolted out of the way. They're just gonna bolt Eidolon if I do that. Let's do... I'm almost tempted to just send them all in. 1 killed, 2 killed, 3rd killed. Let's send everything in. Something tells me that is the correct way to go about this. Ancient 04, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Optimal humaning. If I don't like how they do some of this blocking, maybe I can abrade. Ah, triple blocking. I like it, opponent. I like it. Do that triple blocking. Woo! 1 One block there. A little one block there. Pew pew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not gonna take 6. There's 2 goblins over here too. I don't know why those are hidden. Why don't they join their buddies over here? Oh boy. Oh boy, opponent. Take 4. All right. I'm just gonna let all this resolve. Okay, how many goblins? 4 goblins left at 6 damage. If I play Eidolon, they have to bolt. And they could repeal as well for a quick, easy one. I think I'm gonna Chandra just tick up here for damage. It's in a braid. They're at 4. And I'm kind of hoping they maybe like try to kill Chandra and bolt it, and then I get this Eidolon down and just dance around like that. Goblins are gonna probably come here, right? I'll let Chandra. Now, this repeal can obviously repeal my Eidolon. But if I can get 2 damage in here, then we might be enough. Now, they might have Remand. Remand is a problem. Making blue mana here. Repeals a token, draw a card. Remand is a problem card, sort of. Spider. Our evening's going. It's going. We didn't do well in our first league. We're trying to redeem ourselves. We've been straying away from that initial list, and so we've kind of brought ourselves all the way back to it. And the initial list seems to be reasonably good. Hydrating with a cold PBRM. RN? PBRRN? Peanut butter raspberry? Peanut butter raspberry? They really want to bolt this Chandra. But then they know this Eidolon's a thing too. If you're planning on bolting the Chandra, attacking it for 4 seems loose. It's true. That is true. But now it's going to do 2 damage. Ooh, hold on. We're gonna be going up. Bolts me, and now grape shots. Kills Chandra, kills Goblin. I like this play. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Let's play an Eidolon, pass turn. So I need a spell that kills Eidolon. If they don't have a spell that kills Eidolon. Brian, thank you for the bits, the extra bits, all the bits. Appreciate it. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna block. I'm good, opponent. Okay, here too. Empty the warrens. Fair enough. Make some goblins. I don't think there's a reason to fire this braid off. No. Can't be. Alright. Chalice on 2. I guess it's a Chalice on 2 here, even though we have this Abrade, but the Abrade does 2 damage to me, and I don't really want to do that. I don't want them to have another creature either. That being said, I'm going to take quite a few here. But they kind of have to leave 2 or 3 back. They have to be afraid of me removing the creature. Sketchy Rider, thank you for the follow. Welcome to all the new people joining us today. I appreciate it. Let's see how many they attack here with. Yeah. Ooh. Leaving themselves open here. I can safely block one of these, by the way. I can safely block one because they're just not going to do damage to me. So I block one of these. I take 6. I go to 7. Extra land here. Let's go and attack. I can attack here. They have to block. So maybe this Chalice on 2 is greedy. Maybe I should have left it. 5, I go to 2. No one can cast anything. I need Chandra only here. Or Hazoret. It's a void. Our Eidolon came just a turn too late. We'll go ahead and attack one more time. Double set of empty the Warrens got us in this game. We are up a game, so we have one more to go here with our opponent. Double empty got us. Another Chalice, that wouldn't have helped. Needed some Rabble Masters a little bit earlier. Okay. I'm gonna run it straight back. Be aggressive, Eidolons, Rabble Masters, Angers. This is true. This is true. We almost won that by completely skipping our first turn. I guess I feel pretty good about that. I don't think I hit any buttons. It was weird. Could have played Cavern on Spirits. It could have. But then they would have just bolted it. Alright, let's play first. Alright, I kind of like this hand. Kind of do. It's not super fast, but we did skip like our entire first turn. This is a true statement. Let's make sure we're not yielding. See, we're not yielding, chat. What is our opponent up to here? Hello, opponent. Are you there, opponent? I hope you're there. I've tapped out of Modern for the last month or so. What have I missed? Karn. Karn, the great creator. Shaking up Modern. Yep. Where you at, opponent? Here, one sec, chat. opponent play anything yet? Hey, it's our turn. Okay. Land F6. Boom. Alright, I think we're good now. So, something on the hands. Alright, Polluted Delta. My opponent appears to have mulliganed one down. Must have been a difficult set here. They are fetching like we're playing Blood Moon. We're not. Okay, Karn's maybe not where we want to be right now. Gonna play the whole Legion War Boss again if we can. What do you got for me, opponent? Whole lot of nothing. I'm wondering if I should play Legion War Boss here or leave a Braid open. Alright, let's attempt to put pressure on my opponent. We're going to attempt to put pressure on my opponent. If my opponent just has Brawl and everything anyway, they can do a lot of it at instant speed, and the Abrade does some things, but not everything. This might just be a Bolt as well. Bolt. Bolt. The worst thing, I guess, to see here would be Brawl, leave up Remand, we try to Chalice on 2, and then they just go off. That'd probably be the worst thing to see. So land. Serum Visions. Okay, okay, okay. They did have several repeals. We could also Karn go get... never mind, it's not in the sideboard right now. They put 2 cards on the bottom with their Serum Visions. It's probably worth noting. Let's test the waters and see if they have the Remand. If they have the Remand, obviously this just goes back to hand. Yep. So anything I would have casted got remanded there. Probably the worst thing for us here is that they could repeal our Chalice as well. Pieces of the puzzle? Pieces of the puzzle. These 2 are gone. They have a Spell Pierce. And then 2 ritual effects. Do they want the Spell Pierce, play the land? Then I could play Krenko. Get rid of the Pyretic, put the land in. So they have Spell Pierce here. So let's just play War Boss behind this. That being said, they have a Desperate Ritual, Spell Pierce, plus 4 other cards. It's a lot of cards for Storm. It's a lot of cards. I guess we have to always be aware of this Spell Pierce now. For something like Anger or this Abrade. Alright, 7 cards. These are 2 of them. A lot of mana. There's a Goblin. You got me, opponent? Ritual. So the last card they have is Spell Pierce. I haven't really seen Manamorphose from my opponent. They seem to be a little bit all in on the make a ton of goblins plan. We did see Thing in the Ice as well. Spirebluff Canal, tapped. Spell Pierce 3 cards. It's boding kind of well for us. Empty the Warrens, leaving up Spell Pierce. Alright, let's deal 3 damage to each creature here. This should get Spell Pierced. And I have the Anger right behind this. I'm gonna say no to that. We're gonna do some blocking. So we're kind of hoping we can clear the board here. Yeah, Goblin. 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 We have Krenko behind this as well. Or a Chalice on 2. The Storm matchup always looks very close. This is interesting. What is this? He's not legendary. Alright. Let's block like this. I don't know. They could kill one. Okay. Baral. Anger? You have another counter for me, opponent? I'm a little confused why they ran Electromancer in there. Do they have a remand? They're going to repeal Baral. Okay. Lose their board. We get to abrade Baral. Okay. The Storm matchup can be a little bit close. It just kind of goes back and forth. Opponent opts. Opts and does not slam Baral here while I'm tapped out. Baral and 2 unknown cards. I just tried Chalice on 2, right? There he is. I was gonna say. I think I just try to kill it, honestly. Kill it, they remanded, I kill it again. Well, we didn't really draw a land. I do know I have Simian Spirit Guide, so. Let's get Baral off. Okay. I'm not going to put Chalice on 1. Chalice on 2 is much stronger here. We're trying to deal with everything. So the matchups become slightly harder because I think a lot of the remaining Storm players out there on Magic Online are extremely good. When Storm goes up in popularity, you get a variety of players. I'm not saying that players online are bad, but you get people that are not practiced at the deck. And if you're not practiced at the deck, you can do some very strange things. Alright, we're going to put this Chalice on 2. It obviously can get repealed, but Chalice on 2 should be pretty good against my opponent. We'll follow with Krenko, regardless of land or not. But when that uptick happens, then you just get players that sometimes their matchups are a little wavery. That's cool. Look at this. Losing mana and playing Krenko at the same time. This does get bolted or repealed at this point. But if we get 2 attacks, then Krenko doesn't get bolted, so we got that going for us. Shattering Sprees, our Chalice on 2. It does turn our Abrades on. Grape Shots, killing Krenko. Oh my gosh, they're down to 1 card. They're down to 0. There's no way playing Karn here is correct. We're going to play Walking Ballista on 2. So we can attack in. We'll try to get this to 3 and then 4. We'll see what my opponent draws. There's no way playing Karn there is appropriate. If I had the Tormod script in the sideboard, I would play the Karn, but I brought the Tormod script in. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack in here. I'm definitely going to put the counter on. Take them to 10. Try to get out of bolt range ASAP. Let's go ahead and attack again. I think I just put a counter on here. So we kill them next turn. Darksteel Citadel. I'm still not convinced that playing a land in the sideboard is a very good idea most of the time. But Jukabog is about the only land I've heard that would be reasonable to play. Alright, we did get there. It was a very strange matchup. That one went a little bit longer. How are we doing on time? I think we're good. I think we can finish out this league. Yeah, the land drops, they're important, but like in the Storm matchup, I almost wish the Tormod's Crypt was in the sideboard. I would have just slammed Karn, get the Tormod's Crypt, and then clear their graveyard. Alright, let's play this. This is a turn 1 many options. Turn 1 many options. Nice job, thank you. We try to play tight lines. We gave probably game 2 away with that Cavern pitch skip first turn misplay. If you would like to call game 2 close, you can kind of see where we do a-okay. We're going to get rid of this Pyretic Ritual. I like having a couple Krenko, Rabble Master kind of things here. Playing around Bolt was better at the last attack. Alright, Blood Moon's gonna come down here. Play Bolt. You're saying just attack him for 3? Hey, they have blue mana. I don't hit my land. So just attack him for 3? But that would give him an extra turn, wouldn't it have? Here's this Narset thing. Narset thing. Let's look for a land here. Oh, deck. I have all the cards I need. I just need a land. Logic not, so they can counter whatever I play now. We'll see if they care about this Chalice. $5-0 would be nice. But Spider, you need to calm down, Spider. You need to give me today to catch up. You can't just log on and be like, well, Fluffy, because you tied me, I'm going to go ahead and do this to you. That's rude. That's what they call rude, Spider. Can I get a land? Can I get a land, chat? We're going to play Legion War Boss. I'm expecting a counter of some sorts. Mana Leak. Okay. I wouldn't mind, like, slamming Krenko next. Narset's not doing a whole lot to us. Yeah, they found their white. Seemed like a good plan of action. It's rude. Surgical is my war boss, so they get this one plus one other. That one plus one other. It's a good way to diversify your goblin threats. And are you supposed to wait? You're supposed to wait for the weekend when then we can battle. And we can play at the same time in between all of our awesome stuff. Narset, number 2 here. I still think it's Krenko if I get something here. They're tapped out of blue. Teferi. At this point, maybe it is Rabble Master. All right, we're on turn 6, looking for that sweet third land, chat. By the way, they can bounce Blood Moon. Is a problem. Then they can go get some basics. Now they can go get some basics. Now they have Cryptic up. Can I, this guy, get a land? Can I get a land? We'll attempt Karenko here. Cryptic, counter draw. Counter draw. Field of Ruin. Uptick. Opt in hand. 3 unknowns. Colonnade active. Narset. Number 3. Downtick. Teferi. The big one. Makes Teferi. Draws a card. Untaps. Leaves counter magic up. Can I concede yet, chat? I don't normally like to concede, but we're behind 3 planeswalkers and we're on turn 8 and haven't drawn our land. We're going to go ahead and see how many lands until greatness. That's not a land, just like this Desperate Rituals, so that'd be turn 9, turn 10. All right, 10 turns in, we find our first land. All right, Hazards and Eidolons are going to come in here. Getting rid of Slagstorms and let's keep the Slagstorm in. Let's get rid of some of these Braids. Okay. Yes. We had a good start there, and then just went to infinity and beyond with our lands. What are we up to today? We're playing Pyro Prison, also known as Red Prison, also known now as Karn Prison. All right, let's play first. Let's keep this. I can hopefully get something down on turn 2. We're going to play War Boss first, because if they kill War Boss and then they try Surgical again, they know there's only one of those. Alright. Ritual. War Boss. Don't spell snare me. Thank you. We have a game. We have a game, chat. But we're playing that Pyro Prison, Red Prison. We're playing those Karns. We're playing those Goblins. Trying to beat up on my opponent as best as we can. Let's slam this in here. Counter? They had a bunch of them. Logic Knot doesn't do it here. Mana Leak would, though. Remand would do it. Didn't fetch yet. Alright, there's the Mana Leak. We will not pay. Swing with the team. Mentor. Pastor. Do 5. Doing 5. Ender Meep, what are you up to today? Serum Visions from my opponent has deemed it is now necessary to start getting things done. Scries top and bottom. Do our own scrying. We can do that. Paths or Boss. This is interesting because we get to keep our scry now if we like it on top. We don't, so we're going to bottom. I think here it's almost just tempting to run out Karn and go get a lot of cool things. But we could also Chandra here and just start doing a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and give Chandra her chance in the spotlight here. Why so long to leak? They were probably trying to figure out if they needed to leak that or do something else. Alright, we're going to just go to combat here. I'm attempting to get a Cryptic out of them. Cool. Nothing. We'll uptick for damage. Say no to that. Go ahead and Karn here. That way if they do have the Cryptic, they kind of have to do one of these counter and bounce this kind of things. They can't take the draw. If they do take the draw, they got to deal with Chandra. It's just going to be counter bounce, which is completely fine. We have 3 points of damage on board. We have a War Boss behind this, and we have a Chandra. We have a bonus Karn as well. We're looking good here, game 2. But yeah, I can't answer why it took them so long on the leak. That is my opponent's decision. Okay, we're just going to attempt to attack in here. Snapcaster Mana Leak here, it looks like. 2. So obviously they can Mana Leak our Chandra here. So instead of playing Chandra into this, we'll try playing War Boss here. And we have Mana Leak mana up. So if they have something like a Logic Knot, now they have to Logic Knot and remove Serum Vision's Path and all that good stuff. And then this presents lethal again. Opt for my opponent. Alright, opponent. We have you dead on a variety of flanks here. What 5 cards do you have? Colonnade. It's a dead card. Plays Narset. So they're dead on board. Logic Knot. That doesn't do anything. And concedes. Alright. We have to win a little bit of an uphill battle next game. But I think we can do it. I'm going to take Slagstorm out, bring one Abrade in. The Abrade is to remove a Snapcaster Mage from getting in front of our War Bosses and Rabble Masters. Just the slightest change there. I think I like everything else. I don't mind Chalice, although it's probably not doing as much here. Chalice on 1, though, could do some things. Alright, we're going to keep this hand because it has the Cavern. That'll get around for our War Boss and threaten, and then we have our 2 Walkers. And they'll probably, like, counter this Chalice, probably. We'll wait on the Cavern as long as we can. This is why I have Cavern of Souls in the matchups, though. Just on the off chance that I fight blue-white, I'm up against it, and I happen to draw it. There's a lot of things that have to go right. Now, this is an interesting situation because I have the ability to play Chalice on 1 to protect War Boss, or I have the ability to play War Boss out. I apparently have the ability to play like everything. I'm going to try to do a Chalice on 1 though. And if they Logic Knot for 1, I'm going to make sure that we stick here. Ceremony's Rejection's pretty good. Alright. Let's go ahead and Goblin here. And we'll play a Legion War Boss. If they have the path, they have the path. They're just going to ramp us a little bit more. It also means there's one less card there that could be Mana Leak or something. So we have 4, 5, 6 mana here. Probably the objective here is to try to get this Karn out somehow. Kind of hoping that they just slam like a Teferi or something here. They might go after this Cavern. Appears they do. 4. Hazard is a little bit away. Let's try Chandra number 1 here. Dovin's Veto. Okay. Opponent's down to 3 cards. We're going to just run them out of everything if we can. Let's try... Let's try Chandra again. If Chandra sticks, then we go something else here. Alright, Snapcaster for another Dovin. Down to 2 cards. By the way, this Hazret should be very strong once we get it going. Karn also doesn't look too bad. An Opt. Scry to the bottom and draws a random. Land. 2 unknowns. Let's try to get Karn out here, and if I can get Karn out, then I probably can get Liquid Metal. A Liquid Metal will shut off Celestial Colonnade. Alright, Logic Knot gets us. I'm gonna pass turn. 1 card in hand. We're almost there. We're almost there. They opt. Put a card on top. They liked it. Then they grabbed the Floodstrand and then they fetch. They have 1 unknown card here. It looks like they're booting up Colonnade. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this damage. If I draw a land here, I can Karn and then turn off Colonnade. Or I could do that. Blood Moon turns off Colonnade. I'm gonna go ahead and abrade this now. And then if we draw a land, we can just Hazret swing. Narset. Gosh. Opt. Fires off Opt. We're in the clear to do something here. Alright. It'll technically work here. I'm going to go ahead and put this Chalice on 0. To attempt a swing here. I'm tempted to kill Narset here, because Narset could go find something we don't like. But also if it misses... Alright, I'm going to kill Narset because Narset could find Path. They had Path anyway, alright. Maybe I was supposed to try to put Chalice on 1. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, Narset's going to find something else. Hopefully not a counterspell. I have a lot of creatures still. I do. Celestial Purge. It's a good one. Gets Blood Moon. Doesn't look like that's what they want to do, though. Jace. Okay. So Celestial Purge unknown card. Do they tick up here or not? They tick up. Give me a land. Actually, give me a land. Perfect. Karn? No counter. No counter. Sweet. Alright. Gonna go get Liquid Metal. Gonna play Liquid Metal. In their upkeep. We're gonna stop Jace. Purges there. Okay, so what do I need to stop? Looks like I need to stop Colonnade now. So Karn doesn't die. But if I stop Colonnade here, in response they can activate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we try for it and make them waste all their mana here. So he chooses not to activate in response. Yeah, he definitely could. We kind of went that line just with a hope and a prayer. There's nothing good game about this right now. Opponent's looking for cards. Another colonnade. Gonna bounce this. Teferi. Return up to artifact, creature, or enchantment. So upticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna deactivate a colonnade here. It's Celestial Purge in hand. I think we just won. We know it's Purge in hand. It's the only card they haven't played yet. Lattice. Play Lattice, win game. What? Oh, that's right. Jace. Jace things. Oh. Jace things. They killed the moon. Yes, they did too. So they had exactly mana leak there. Let's see here. Given 4 or 5 turns, we can try to go for the lock again. But I doubt we're going to get that many turns. Land and swing with colonnade here. I assume they kill Karn here. Yep. Why is that a punt? Oh goodness, I've been punted, chat. I'm not sure why that's a punt. Other than maybe just tracking Purge instead. Oh goodness. Getting punt hearted. Getting hard punted. I kind of agree. I mean, I don't know what else I'm doing with Karn other than I'm ticking up with liquid metal and then getting killed by the other colonnade. I think our blue-white opponent has it from us, though. Yeah, I probably have to play it into Unknown anyway. Never getting a better chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Man, they're really holding up here. Really holding up. They just want to activate and ruin us, so we're going to just pass turn. I feel like our opponent had several times where they could have beaten us. They've just been playing slower. Slower and carefully. Terminus at our end step. Terminus at the end step. I think we're good to concede here to move the league along. What do you think? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was rude. It's impressive. I kind of want to concede so we can go to the next game. Maybe the Chalice earlier was a little aggressive with Hazoret, but I think if I wait, then they get blue mana back up. If I top deck Karn. Alright, we're going to concede here. They can just balance Eidolon with Jace. They just swing again. And then I would need something miraculous to do 17 damage. My opponent definitely has it from us. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Chalice and then Desperate Ritual? Yeah. They got us. Oh, blue-white. So the Eidolons have been brought in to deal with blue-white, to be more aggressive, but apparently we just can't quite get there. And if we had a Chroma, which is something we've tried, that wouldn't have worked either. Spyglass would have been nice in the position. Yes, but then what do I name? I name Jace, Teferi balances me. If I name Teferi, then they're just like, sure. That's fine. If I name Colonnade, Teferi balances it. Yeah, we were kind of just going off the line of they had like 2 or 3 cards left. We knew purges and stuff would be in there, but we were kind of hoping they didn't have the path. Our opponent at that point had kind of everything. Vexing Shusher. So in that matchup, Vexing Shusher probably wouldn't have done too much, because they had all the removal, right? All right, we have a turn 2 War Boss. We also have turn 2 Chalice on 2 or on 1. It's great with our Chalice as well. Our Chalice almost never counters our creatures, very rarely. We don't have any creatures on 2. I guess you can do the, it's counter spell, right? So you could like use your Braid or your Desperate Rituals. But that's the only thing that's usually countered by this. Alright, Chalice on 1s. Chalice on 1 probably. The other thing we can do is just Chalice on 2 here. Actually, let's play aggressive here. Assume my opponent's like Thing in the Ice or Phoenix or something like that. We'll just swallow a bolt if it happens. Good with the Braids and Rituals. Breeding Pool. Alright, we'll try War Boss. Again, I'll just eat a bolt if it happens. Well, we get a token. We get a token. Bolt did happen. But maybe something really bad would have happened on 2. Breeding Pool, Steam Vents here. Flooded Strand. Alright, opponent. You have some spicy stuff happening over there. Alright. We'll bottom that card because I can't decide if they're a creature deck or not. Maybe they're that Niv-Mizzet thing again. In which case the bridge would be a little bit nice. Swing for 1, pass turn. Swing for 1, pass turn, get bolted. Like I said, I'm going to just eat all the bolts. I'm kind of okay to eat these bolts, though. My opponent is 4 colors represented right now. All right. Do you have another bolt, opponent? I think Chalice on 2 is doing a lot of work. I could be wrong, but I think it's doing a lot of work. Let's just Chandra here. Uptick for damage. Don't need the extra Chandra. I guess a Vendilion Click could show up here, but I'll go ahead and swing with the team. I'll swing with the team and do a Vendilion Click. Nothing. Alright, chat. What modern deck plays Breeding Pool, Steam Vents, and Flooded Strand that cares about something on 2 that much? It's almost guaranteed Chalice was really good there. Blood Moon looks fine. 4 colors, cared about 2 a lot more than anything else. Played Bolt, though. Reclamation? Reclamation what? What deck is Reclamation? I feel like I just want to bring Hazard in, maybe drop a Karn. Run that back. What is Reclamation? Sultai Reclamation's a thing, but Sultai is Sultai colors, not what we were seeing there. Wilderness Reclamation could be a Scapeshift. Old Bring the Light. So old Bring, if it was Bring the Light, they almost guaranteed would have hit their 4th land. Bring the Light plays like 26, 27 lands. Wilderness Reclamation Sultai Teachings. So should we go like more aggressive? I guess let's go ahead and get rid of the 2 bridges here. Bring in 2 Eidolons. Because we can go grab our bridges from the sideboard. I guess putting that on 2... They didn't do anything in response, though. Right? But we did that all on turn 2. So they didn't have a chance. How many bolts are we going to run into this time? This is a dangerous hand because we have 2 caverns. We know they play a lot of bolts. We're going to keep it, but just know that this is really dangerous because we don't have a whole... Oh, schneezy. Schneezy. All right. Who called it? Because it wasn't this guy. We will be naming Goblin, by the way, for a lot of this. We can bottom this. Wow. For being a Bring to Light Scapeshift player, I'm a little bit dumbfounded here. I'm gonna name Goblin here. Let's go ahead and make sure we spend this correctly. We're gonna play Kranko. They'll probably have a Bolt. Breeding Pool. So they're playing Bring the Light White. Breeding Pool. Steam Vents. It wasn't Breeding Pool. It was... What was it? Temple Garden? Steam Vents, Flooded Strand, Breeding Pool, Temple Garden. It was Breeding Pool. There we go. Trying to remember the art. There we go. Bring Light Scapeshift, apparently. Alright, opponent. How many goblins can you deal with? Yeah, it was the Breeding Pool. But it looks, in coloring, it kind of looks Temple Garden-like. Alright. So we have to be careful of a anger version for them. I think my opponent accidentally did that. I don't think I run this extra guy out here. I think that's a misclick by my opponent. Alright, they bolt War Boss here. We get another token. Let's go ahead and play another War Boss here. Obviously an anger is a thing. We could have gotten an extra token in here, but I'm kind of afraid of an anger. Them bolting War Boss, though, kind of makes me think that they don't have it. There's a Farseek. There you go. There's a Breeding Pool that's got green and blue on it. Search for tomorrow. Heck yeah. Alright, let's swing with the team here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take them to 10. I don't mind playing this guy out here. We can ping them for 2. This kind of presents lethal in a couple ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 colors here. Bring to Light, 3. Anger. Could happen. Yeah, maybe this was a little greedy. I still feel okay about it. I wouldn't take this back. There's the anger. Alright, we're gonna let that go to exile. I have 6 mana. I can do a Slagstorm. If I find Karn, I could theoretically go grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't do Slagstorm because then they could Scapeshift me here. I need them to at least have one more ritual type effect here. There's the planes, so they have 4 for Bring to Light. So they can do 18 right now. Yep, that's fine. Madcap. Alright. Well, I left the Abrades in. I guess that's good. Okay, so Ritual here. Karn, down tick, go get Bridge. Unless they have a counter of some sorts. We go get Bridge, we protect ourselves, and then try to lattice them next turn. You have a counter, you do. Rude. Alright, so then they just kill Karn here. Search for tomorrow. Plus unknown card here. There's a blue. Kill Karn. Does so. I think I just passed turn here. I need the extra land. Karn just dies. Let's try to do this all in one turn here. Alright, the Madcap me. Will it get me? Land? Shoot. I kind of want to go one more turn here. So I'll put this on 2. 2 shuts off our Braid. I'll put this on 1 so I avoid a bolt. Sick rip. Woohoo, Chalice. I'm giving them an extra draw to get a counter here. They could also just Scapeshift or Bring to Light me. Land. Oh my gosh. Alright, I can block. So let's go ahead and play Eidolon here as a blocker. And we'll play Karn behind it and go get a bridge. They could have Cryptic here. Alright. Bring to Light with the Cryptic. He plays Snappy. He plays all kinds of stuff, although Snapcaster is a little bit odd if they were playing Platinum Emporium. Alright, we know what we're playing against. We can play accordingly. Which actually isn't going to change a whole lot. I really don't want the Eidolons. I don't want the Eidolons because I do damage to myself. And 18 is an extremely important number for Scapeshift players. So we'll completely get rid of those. Slagstorm's not really doing anything other than maybe a finisher. See if we can get Karn out or Chandra or a fast clock on our opponent. This is not fast. Let's mulligan this. We have a lot of better options. Alright, it's a turn 2. Turn 2, maybe scry something big on top. No, that's not something big. Our Blood Moon would be extremely powerful here. Windswept Teeth. Okay, let's go ahead and play our Rabble Master. Expecting it to get bolted. These have been longer games, that's for sure. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Gets in with the Goblin. Okay. Mountain. Could bolt. Let's go ahead and swing here. Maybe they do have Snapcaster. We'll find out. Looks like a no. Not yet, at least. Anger here? Land Anger? Okay, no anger. It's good for us. Scry the top card. Bottom that, I don't need that. Yep, Blood Moon is a great card. We just can't find it. Maybe they're gonna try to madcap us. Alright, opponent. We have the answer. Madcap us. Whoa. That was going to be a good draw. All right, we beat Bring the Light Scapeshift. We have 2 matches left in the night. We're going to see if we can fit them in here. The league's gone a little longer than we expected, but I think we can. I think we can. How's everybody's Wednesday? We're halfway through the week. For those that are brand new or joining, or just maybe you found us from YouTube, happen to find us scrolling through Twitch, or are just regulars here, thank you guys for tuning in. I do know a few of you have said, hey, I'm just going to chill here while I wait for my main crush on Twitch. And that's fine with me. You can be a little part of our community as well. If all that sits well with you, a follow is always appreciated. No problem, Brian. We try. Alright. Try to give quick, fast leagues. Try to talk through our lines. We try not to go 2-3 too often. Sometimes we do, though. Opponent mulls to 6, keeps the hand. We're just going to play Mount. We've run into a couple control players. I got to see if this is needed on Goblin. If it's not, we may be taking donation names for this. It is not. I will take a donation name for this. First, we will abrade that, though. First name I see will be what we name Cavern on. Ugh. I have to abrade this, I think. We don't have the Blood Moon. Ferret. Kobold. Alright, we're going to see if Ferret exists, and then if not, Kobold. Kobold got 2 votes. Alright. We have so many creatures. Ferret? Ferret exists. Ferret exists. We'll start with a Legion War boss here. I'm expecting maybe like Karn. Sand. We'll get there. Yo! Kobolds for life. We got Ferret down, and our opponent has Tron. This is not good. Four cards left. What Tron nastiness are they going to do to us? Where are my kobolds? Ferret got here first. I was double checking that that's how it came through in the other thing too. What are we gonna exile here? War Boss? Oh, we exile a card from our hand? Alright, I'll get rid of the Pyretic Ritual. That's cool. You can have a Pyretic Ritual. Have it. Have at it, opponent. Let's play another War Boss here. I kind of like the Braid. I kind of like the Rabble Master. One, two, three, four, five, six. Takes them to 13. Or I can do 6 to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's attack Karn here and them with these. Let's do a little split here. I don't need to give Karn all the attention here. Alright, let's see what happens. Chromatic Star. I imagine they're going to have a lot of mana here. I do like these lands. They're kind of cool. Worm Coil is a bit of a pain here. Let's see what they do with this. Exile Rabble Master. We do like our Braid right now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. I think I'm just going to go for them and hope they don't top deck Ugin. Hope for no top deck Ugin. We're trying to beat Karn, the big one. By the way, hitting them for 2 here makes sure they can't restart the game. Which is actually something they could potentially see themselves doing here. Okay. We hit them for a lot. We are going to Braid Worm Coil so they don't gain life here. Destroy target artifact. This is after blocks. Yield to this. There we go. We're going to try to entice them to do something with Karn here on the upticks. Please no Ugin. Please no Ugin. Oh no. 8 mana. Ancient Stirrings. Woo. I think we might get around this. Chromatic Sphere. Hey, hey. Spear. Spear. I think Worm Coil is maybe the worst thing to see here. I don't know if I can get around like 4 tokens. This is good. This is good. They already played their land. All right. So we win. And it was very important to tag Karn there. Maybe only had to do it for 1 damage, but we tagged it nonetheless. Don't be a Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista would be a little bit tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll have 16 damage come through. Oh. It's just Karn. It's just Karn. That's fine. That guy's fine. He's invited. We like that one. Exiles this dude. Alright, alright, alright. I see you over there, opponent. You may choose an artifact. What else we got, opponent? Relic? Play? By the way, we hit all 3 of our braids. I have a 4th one, though. There's Lattice. We actually really don't care about Lattice right now. Alright, let's go ahead and destroy this artifact. No gaining life here. And then I like to swing at you, opponent, with my tokens. Didn't even need Blood Moon. This matchup is just... it's just so much better. I guess I bring Eidolons in. That's about all I care about, maybe. And this Hazoret. We don't need the Slag Storm. I don't need these bridges. We can go get the bridges. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Blood Moon's great to see. Fast Clock and our own Karn. That's all we need. That's all we need in this matchup. Those are the good pieces. And we have the Abrade. We have 4 of Karn. So it's all good. This is a great hand. This is a great hand, chat. This is called perfection against Tron. I'm going to hold on to Rabble Master. We need a clock right after we turn 1 Karn here. Is Warboss better than Rabble against Tron? Yes. I think it is, slightly. Alright, chat, you ready to win the game? In case things fall apart. Alright, let's go get an artifact. Liquid metal coating. Go ahead, opponent. Try to assemble Tron. Get got. Now keep in mind, they could Nature's Claim the liquid metal coating. They could do that. This poor man. Golem, it casts Karn. Alright, chat. We're on our final match of the night. We are currently 3-1. We did 2-3 our last league. We're trying to get some redemption here. For whatever reason, we tend to do 2-3 and then 4-1. We're at 2-3 from the first league. Can we go 4-1 here? We are the Karn deck now. We are. That is how you play Karn. On a random hierarchy note, Karn turn 1 like that is almost broken enough to play against just about any deck. The only deck I could... it would be interesting against is like a Thoughtseize deck, because then they could take your liquid metal coating. But pretty much every other deck I'm slamming it like that. Alright, I would love to play first. This is awkward. Braid's been good to us. Let's keep this. This is a garbage hand, by the way. This is a garbage hand. Alright. A bolt deck would too? Uh-oh. Alright. Not sure if we're naming something fancy on Cavern of Souls. This looks like this is that sweet, sweet Storm deck. Against Burner 8-Whack, I would entertain it, actually. 8-Whack usually has 1 or 2 lands for a while. I guess Karn, like, a heavy creature deck, I guess, is maybe not a good idea. Alright, chat, you got me. It's not a good idea everywhere. Alright. A lot of people have asked for Kobold. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to just try to Blood Moon here. Do they have a Remand? They do not. Alright. No Remands. This could be a Bolt deck. That was a cool misplay. That was a cool, hot misplay. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling. I'm stumbling, chat. Ah! No. We gotta get kobolds. Maybe if we do one more, we'll be getting something spicy. All right, we're gonna put Chalice on one, kind of to protect Karn and Chandra here. This could be a Storm deck, so the Chalice on 2 is maybe stronger. Okay, it's a graveyard deck. It's a Phoenix. Like, it's a graveyard deck. Who says that? My gosh, it's Phoenix, Fluffy. Come on. Oh. All right. Let's tick up, and then we'll just plan to braid this, I guess. And we'll do it during their turn, so that Phoenix doesn't kill Chandra. Spider, calm down there. Oh no, blue mana has been found. Not very good for us. Alright, Phoenix, stop it. We, by the way, have this Tormod script, so we could kind of like eat the graveyard. It is a possibility. Thing in the Ice is scary, and I might actually kill that with Chandra. Because Thing in the Ice is a scary thing. Faithless Looting. I'm gonna attempt this now. Manamorphose. You have 2 more spells here, opponent. Red black. Okay, let's go to this. Let's go to the next phase, please. Red black. What is that nonsense? All right, let's go get Karn here. Probably gonna go get Ensnaring Bridge, because I can cast it. We could also grab our Chalice from the the exile and put it on 2, so we'll navigate those 2 lines of play here. On your way to the next 5-0, stop! Faithless Looting's countered by Chalice. Remember, converted mana cost is the top there. They could be trying to get Phoenix back here. There was an argument to playing Tormod script instead of getting the bridge here. Opponent concedes. We're gonna hit the land. Maybe I exile and go get the Chalice that was exiled. Not sure. Not sure. Would have to consider multiple options. Alright, Eidolons and Angers and Hazoret can be considered here. The bridges are good. Slagstorm's not that good. The Abrades are weak. Walking Ballista I can go get. Kind of like these 6 out so far. Blood Moons are bad. Alright. So 8 in. These 10 we can bring back. Walking Ballista and Slagstorm. We'll run it like this. Spider's a jerk, chat. He's just trying to beat me all the time. He's trying to take our trophy leads. And here I am, giving you guys great content. And Spider's over there just like, hey, I got this. All right. Chalice on 1's pretty good, so we'll go that route here. We could Chalice on 2, but I think we're gonna do the 1 first. It's not about you, you know. It's all hearts. Oh, that was rude. Spell pierced, huh? Huh? All right. Spell pierced is seeing a lot more play than normal. We run into it a lot. All right, Karn. I believe in you, Karn. No spell pierce number 2, please. Thank you. Nomad Runner, thank you for the follow. Let's see how greedy I can get here. We're gonna go get liquid metal coating, chat. We're gonna be greedy as all get out. Bolt this. Make me feel bad. Thank you. Feels good, chat. Feels good. We can make things into artifacts. How's it feel? Oh boy. Faithless looting. Pitching some phoenixes. No phoenixes. Land. Thing in the ice is still on 3. Land. Let's go ahead and play our bridge. We need to protect ourselves in case they flip thing in the ice. They might have removal for it. Doesn't appear so. Chandra tick down is probably the next thing I want to be doing. Manamorphose. Unless this thing in the ice flips. Then we can't do that. Faithless looting. I guess if some phoenixes show up, I can slag storm just so that when they remove my bridge, it's not a big problem. There's one phoenix. Thought Scour. There goes an Abrade. That's really good to see bend. That's really good. Land. Phoenix. Alright, we hit the void. Let's see what's on top. Land I don't need. We'll bottom. Let's go ahead and get Chandra going here. Up. Eidolon would have been alright. Pass turn. So if they do get rid of our bridge here, they hit us for 10, which would hurt. But they already got rid of one Abrade, so fingers crossed. They are going to be looting, though. Looting and digging probably a lot here. Thought Scours. Opt. Don't put it on top. Don't do it, opponent. Bottoms. Okay. Player land. Let's uptick here. Desperate Ritual. I don't think playing this Slagstorm gains me anything. It stops a Phoenix. They're probably going to cantrip or dig. Phoenix would come right back. No reason to play it. Crackling Drake, redraw. The Tin Kingpin himself. This is kind of dangerous here. This one's kind of dangerous because if they kill this, then we lose. It is dangerous. Can I just lose to that? Is that a good idea? Am I winning in 2 turns? I'm really not winning in 2 turns. Let's kill this. Something tells me this is a smart play to kill. Play Krenko here past turn. Krenko can block the Awoken Horror. Faithless looting. I think if they just kill bridge there, we just lose. Where this gives me a couple extra turns if they kill bridge. Oh. They're playing Terramander. Terramander? They're all in on the flyers here. I do have a welding jar here, so if I got like a Karn, maybe I go get the welding jar. I could also go get an extra bridge. They're probably playing Shattering Storm though, right? Alright, land, uptick. There's an Anger. That's worth it. Kranko's not getting through very easily. I like that play. Or just Lattice. Well, I'm trying to think of what I would play to get me one more turn. I guess to clarify, I'm looking for something else to get me that extra turn. Faithless Looting, redraw. Pitches a Lightning Bolt. It's a little scary. Did they find the Abrade? Udaman. Uda. Udam. What am? Udam. What am? Thank you for the follow. Shocking. Okay, they're shocking, so they have 2 here. Double Arc like Phoenix here. Did we find the Abrade? We haven't found the Abrade. Oh my gosh, this is really tempting. Alright. Chandra tick down. Play Chandra tick down. A little weak to Bolt, but it gets rid of the Awoken Horror. And yes, I do know this is dragging the game out. But just out of nowhere, I could lose. And so, there's the Abrade. Well, if I knew that. If I knew he was going to do that. That was literally the draw, by the way. Trying to keep this bridge alive. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, chat. Doing what we need to. Little 2-3 action into a 4-1. Seems to be a small pattern there. Small pattern. I think once they saw this Abrade go to the bin, they knew it was over. We already had exiled 1 Phoenix, so the most they could hit us for is 9. Then we get to Slagstorm. They're kind of low on cards and low on cards in hand. So we double down on that thing in the ice. We had an Anger coming up, which we would have held. Draw, Chandra, draw, Chandra. Well, no. Chandra would have gotten rid of it. Oh my gosh, Shadowstorm turning his thing in the ice into an artifact. That would have been good. I would have approved of that. That would have been good. A reason not to be F6'd. Alright. We played this list tonight. We play Red Prison here. We have played some interesting things where we took Green Devotion and mixed in Karn as well. So if those things fancy you, or you're just enjoying the stream, the content, and the stuff that we provide, you can find my videos on YouTube. You can hit that follow button. And I'll go ahead and shout it out. If you have Twitch Prime, welcome to use it here, but use it on those streamers that you support. It really, really helps them all out. And if you have Twitch Prime, you have that Amazon Prime, it's free, and you get emotes from most of your streamers. Maybe even a smaller streamer that doesn't have their emotes. Show them their support. Link your account. Go support them. It sounds like a lot of streamers will beg for it, but a lot of them that you care about, it's free and easy, and it's just a great way to support them. They always appreciate it. Yep, Planeswalker disable at upkeep with Karn, all that good stuff. Kayuno, how you doing? Uncle DB, thumbs up to you too, my friend. That'll do it for tonight, though. This is what we did. We played. We got 2-3, 4-1, putting us at 6-4 for the night. A positive win. Keeping that kind of like the consistent 6-4s or 7-3s or 8-2s. Those seem to be what we typically run into. Let's see if there's anybody to raid here really quick. We could send you to someone that is playing a similar deck, or we can let's glance around. Pitch Blue Modern. Dawn deck, that guy's streaming again. Canadian Highlander? What? There's us. Legacy. I don't know, chat. Vintage Cube stuff. Powered Cube, a lot of Cube stuff. Arena Online. Cuban. There's Russ. You know what, chat? Let's just go make Russ's day. He's testing crazy stuff. All right, chat. If you're here, want to join us on a raid, then hit that raid button. Join us. Otherwise, have a great evening. We will see you more than likely Friday. That is the plan. We stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think that's all I got for you guys. Just going to wrap it up. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Get through that Thursday and get yourself to Friday. The weekend is almost here. Have a good night, chat. See you next time.